Jay Moore is a cast member that, Dana started when I was there.
As a very young man.
He came in. Yeah. Jay Moore, who people know now, but he came from SNL. He had some great impressions, Walken, a few others, and very good mimic of that. He had a run there, went off. He does a lot of sports. He does a lot of stand-up. Knows a lot about a lot.
Been in a lot of great movies.
Oh, yeah. Did a movie with Aniston. He's done a lot of stuff. Beat Me Out for a part in a movie. We talk about that.
We did do you remember when we did our special about the great Chris Farley, those 2 episodes?
Yeah.
Well, Jay came in and had some very, very funny stories. Some of it I thought was folklore, but he was there or maybe instigated it. So anyway, I would stay tuned for his really funny stories about the great Chris Farley.
Oh, he's got so many Farley stories about everything in 8H. And also talks about lately his marriage to Jeannie Buss.
Yeah, he's a newlywed, and he's in a really good space.
Interesting. Yeah, he's gone through a lot. And we fucking laughed the whole time. That was great.
Enjoy Jay Moore, please.
Dana left before I came on.
When did you come on?
91.
91. I was there till 93.
Wait, do you know who Dana is?
Which one?
Are you a Church Slave fan, or are you more of a Garth
Dana?
Guy?
Are you Coffee Machine?
You're
fan?
Dana?
No,
it's in our contract.
Dana.
I had to grow this so we look even
I
more
was
similar.
not on Saturday Night Live with you, Dana.
We both were there in 92, so there's a little bit of a problem.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
When you and I were there, David, was Dana there also? No.
Well, let me ask you a question.
With Sarah and Norm and David Tell.
Later.
Did you do it with Sarah and Norm and David Tell?
No, that was later.
Okay.
So you weren't there in 92, because that's when I was doing, was Wayne's World happening all the time?
What is this? What's Wayne's World?
Okay.
Let's back up.
So you missed it by
that much. I used to just by a little bit. A birdie told me.
But I remember being there once where Franken and
David's
Chris Farley were going to fight. Franken and Chris Farley were going to wrestle. And I remember you hanging around, and I remember, Jay, like you were like, I could take both of you guys, kind of like you were going to, there was a 3. So I don't know if you ever
I do remember that now.
Yeah.
And I also remember David and it's so weird to call you David. David.
Yeah. You can call me Spade.
And Fred Wolf were in the graphics room.
I knew Fred Wolf would come up immediately.
He's the best. Fred.
You're really funny. You're not so funny. That's really good. You shouldn't do that.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I talk to you
the 6 shooters up here,
David.
It's really good. You're really good.
I've tell you a story, but I'm going to talk to you for 1 second. I'm going to talk to you, and I have a question for you.
I just remember a waiter coming over, going, "Get the fuck out of here!" He's in the middle of a punchline, and the waiter would walk up. He goes, "Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!"
Because they always come on the punchline.
Because I wasn't as funny as you. But
Yeah.
I was pretty good, right? But I wasn't as funny as you guys.
So Spade and Fred Wolf are in the graphics room, and I walk in to see what they're doing. Then Farley walks in, and then Fred's like the master manipulator. Chris, Jay wrestled, you wrestled.
No.
Jay, Jay says he could kick your ass at wrestling, and I'm like, I'm 23 years old. I'm like, absolutely. And Chris
you were a young.
Chris is just like, yeah, all right. So we square up to wrestle.
He's not even in his
This was in the writers' room where we.
No, this is in the graphics room.
Oh, okay.
Like,
it was Franken in the writers'
on the way
room.
to Lauren's office.
Okay.
And it was just you and Fred were just doing private time or something.
Some graphics.
What happened?
So I made the mistake of shooting in on Chris's legs, and he just collapsed on top of me. And then I went to my stomach, and I brought my elbows in, and Chris, for the next 6 minutes, sat on my back going and
you couldn't get out.
No, I really thought my life was going to end.
Sure.
Chris
He was
and I was trying to say, Chris, you're trying
890
my back. And after 6 minutes, David saved me. He goes, "Get the fuck off him."
Come on, Chris.
And
let
he
the
just
guy
jumped.
live.
Sure, Davey.
By the way, first of all, it was all Fred's fault.
Okay. Jay is miming Chris Farley's
Heart
little
attack.
running thing.
His heart attack thing where he always hits his, he goes,
son of a.
I have, are you supposed to have a tingling feeling in your left arm? It's going numb. Yeah. So what about when he walked you to the elevator? Wasn't he mad about that?
Oh, I pinned him. Yeah. So the rematch was it was Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey. It was wow.
I was the referee.
I was reading your name right there. It was Alec Baldwin. I get you guys confused all the time.
Me and Alec, we know it's just a thing.
It was Alec Baldwin and Kim Basinger were co.
They were there
mingling.
Yeah,
Okay.
and my follow up to that was like it really like bugged me because I'm like as
Well, can I ask for a second? How good were you at wrestling?
You're a good
Average.
wrestler.
I'm
Average.
much better as an adult than I
What was
as a
the
kid.
weight when you took on Farley? What was your weight?
I was probably 160.
Okay, so you were just lean. Okay, so talk about how you pinned him by the
12-20.
elevator. How did you pin a 5'6", 270-pound man?
He was sitting on the couch.
That's about what I figured he was at his prime.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah.
You get him right after he went to Wally and Joseph's and he had shells.
Wally and Joseph's.
He's taking a nap.
That was our go-to restaurant
Close.
in New York.
He was sitting on the couch right inside the
Oh.
right inside the writer's room.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I walked in. I said, "Hey," I said something to him. I was like, "Hey, fat boy, you still want to go?"
Oh, no.
And he went to get up, and everyone's sitting at the giant table.
Yeah,
So
Hey,
there's
fat
40
boy, you still want
there's
to
like
go.
40 people
Going,
including
why are you doing
Alec
this?
Baldwin again. I was nuts.
Yeah.
Untreated alcoholism.
What are you doing?
Untreated.
Totally. And he went to get up. His mistake was it's like never getting a fight, getting out of your car, you're
Yeah.
dead. So he got caught in that limbo between getting up.
Starting halfway
And
up.
then where'd you go
So
to?
I went my right arm around his head and I just went bodied into him. And then we just were falling forward. And then I
Right.
clasped my hands under his
Oh my
like back
God.
of his knee. So we did like a somersault into the
Fuck.
room. And then I put my knee in his side and my forehead on his temple.
Oh,
and
my-
I just because I knew if I let him go, he'd kill me.
Yeah, no way.
So it's like when you're fighting a bully.
You are brave.
I don't want to let him go because he'll beat me up in front of Alec Baldwin.
1000%.
More importantly, Kim
Kim
Basinger.
Basinger.
Jesus.
Don't
And
look,
so
Kim.
I let him go, and everyone's staring at me like, what the fuck is this guy doing? So then I slap Chris's ass. I go, now we're even. And I get up and I'm walking to the night elevators. I don't know why I turned left instead of right. And I just hear this like running of the bulls
Yeah.
behind me. And I turn. And it's like the entire room has emptied out.
Follow
and they're
him.
walking towards me. But in front of them, Chris is walking like a zombie, like in a Scooby-Doo, like with the big leg. And his eyes are up in his head, like, and his palms are out.
Terrifying.
So I had that time to get to the elevator. And I'm hitting the button, and I'm hitting the button. The night elevator opens, and it's filled with people from the Rainbow Room.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
in
it's
tuxedos
a
and-
wall
yeah.
of
And it
it's
stops.
just a wall of black tie and gowns,
Yeah.
just taffeta and fucking Ben Gay, just all these whole. So I wedge into the elevator, and then Chris is walking towards the elevator. Now he's going to kill me, and there's going to be collateral damage. And I go, "Look, everybody, that's Chris Farley!" And the whole elevator, like on an episode of Newhart, just goes, "Ah!" And he
Yeah.
goes, and he just turned around and walked away.
Closes.
And the elevator door
You got
closed.
so lucky.
I got he would have fucking murdered me.
Oh my God. Did he get that temper
But
going?
the only reason I lived is because he had to get the laugh, even in that, even that,
Even
like
in
instead
revenge.
of running at me and grabbing me, once everybody was mobile, he was like,
I remember I told Dana,
One
I
of
said,
a kind.
I remember that I
Oh, the
think
greatest.
Chris and Jay, there was a wrestling situation, and then Jay got the best of him and went into the elevator. I just remember the elevator.
I made him turn purple.
Oh, he got the best of him, almost killed him.
So you had skill.
You had a lot of confidence.
Well, I watch a lot of UFC, so
You
there's-
see me on that?
Well, I've seen guys that look like you. I don't know, but
I was
leverage
an
and
average.
a smaller person
He
can
just, if it was, the way he was getting up off the couch was just a godsend. That I got really lucky and it just
It was
took
a
my shot.
godsend.
Well, he was just obviously
And he
of a
wasn't
big
ready at all.
man. He was quick.
No, he was just like, hey,
He's
because
like,
he
"Hey,
always
Jay."
went, he always went like punchline first. He's like, all right, young fella.
Yeah.
Hey, how are you?
Lady.
Sorry,
I remember when Dave Attell and I were in the office and Farley walked in at like 1 a.m. on a Thursday. It was just like, whoa. And he's like, what are you guys doing? And at the same time, like creepy twins, we said, we'll pay you $100 to shit out the window.
Oh, you initiated
Oh,
that
you
infamous
started that?
thing?
And he just went, oh, give me the money first.
Give me the money first.
And so he did this more than once?
17th floor.
No, we had to fill out a police report because they thought he was a jumper.
So
he was just
he
a
opens
pooper?
the window. Does he take down his pants? I mean,
Yes.
and then he puts his ass out. So
yeah, and it was obvious right away he didn't have to shit at all because he turned like purple from effort. He was just like, ugh!
So nothing happened.
No, like one little thing.
One hairy milk dud.
Yeah. Like
And hit Lorne Michaels, who was coming back from Orsos.
With Paul McCartney.
Excuse me, Paul, do you have a napkin?
Cancel the second song.
feces on you.
One of the feature players shit on me.
It fell in the window onto my desk.
Oh.
What? So you initiate it and you become the victim.
Yeah. And then there was nothing to wipe his ass with.
Well.
So I always leave this part of the story out out of respect, but you guys know we can't love
Chris.
anyone more.
No.
Yeah.
So he wiped his ass with his hand.
Hand is the only
For
option.
people listening who think being on Saturday Night Live is a barrel of monkeys, you're
Yeah.
right, and this is an
It
example
is, because when
of
he
how
would,
much fun it is.
he
We
would
got
come in my
people-
office and go, yeah, I've got a greasy trail, which I figured out later what it was. And he'd take my USA Today and go, give me a piece of that. And, you can do the rest.
So
of
after he wiped his ass with his hand, he went back to that mummy walk and he fucking chased us around the
with his
17th
poo?
floor with the shit on
with
his
the
hand.
mummy walk and shit on
And
his
I'm
hands.
running down the hallway past like research, and there's those bookshelves in the hallway, and me and Dave Attell are running side by side, and I'm like, we're not going to make this
Yeah.
side by side. We got to go single file.
Someone's
but I
gonna-
don't want to be in the back. And Dave, like, I'm like 2 years removed from competitive wrestling, and Dave Attell, a chain smoking, miserable guy, just passes me
Oh, yeah,
like he's on
fear.
a jet ski.
Yeah.
And I hit the bookcase. My shoulder like pops out, and I'm just laying on my back.
no.
And Chris for like minutes is just standing over me going,
Oh, with that. Didn't you have the broomstick,
Jeez.
though? Or was that or we don't talk
yeah,
about
that was but-
We don't talk about
That's even more. Okay. Yeah.
Well,
that's
the
good.
writer's
There's the
room.
yellow.
The writer's room was a very fun late night, chaotic place, and we're even Downey. Everyone's looking for any reason not to write.
the first sketch I ever handed Downey, I didn't know like he slept there. He was going through some shit.
Yeah.
And he just wanted us around like in the loneliest hours between 3 and 6 a.m. So remember he'd make us watch like Joliet High School basketball. Like, look at this. Look at the ball movement. Oh, you were out by then.
He
You were at
did
some
like to
fucking
talk
party.
about, like, if I ever got in that Downey's office, which all we wanted to do is get Downey's expertise. And he was, he's been there for 20 years. So when we get in there, he goes, Spade, what is going on in Arizona? And then I would go through all that, but I'm trying to go through my progressions so I can get to my horrible sketch that he's not going to like. And I would talk and talk and just talk. And we would just talk. And Schneider, let me in. I'm next. Too much time. So 2 a.m, you leave, and then Schneider goes in. And then, but poor Jim, that's what he had to do, is just take okay ideas. One time he did say something smart. He goes, well, he always said
says
something smart.
Yeah.
But he said something that I remembered, where he goes, there's times when you're going to give me an idea and I'm just going to say, I don't think you should write it. And I can't really tell you why. I just know it probably won't get on. And I can't even articulate. It's just not right. And I said, okay, fair enough. And sometimes I would do it. And he goes, I don't think that's the one. And I'd be like, this is one of the guys that decides. So why go through the motions of writing? Unless it's going to be so primo, he has to overturn his opinion, but he just goes, And that's hard to do. It's hard to tell someone not to write something.
The first sketch I ever handed him was the Christopher Walken Psychic Friends Network.
That had to have gotten on, didn't it get on?
Eventually. And, but I was, I didn't see him till like 9 a.m.
Oh,
And I finished it at like midnight.
So you stayed the whole
I
night.
stayed,
you
I slept on the
waited.
couch and this.
Wow.
And then they go, oh, you can go. I think it was Laurie Joe goes, you can go see him. And then he's sitting on his fucking little couch, brushing his teeth. It's like a face of foam.
yeah.
And he goes, let me see it. And I go, hey. And I hand it to him. And he puts his palm out like this. And I put the sketch in his palm. And he goes, yeah, it feels a little long.
He just waited out
And then handed it back to you?
He was right, though.
Oh.
Oh my God.
I
Feels
mean,
a little heavy.
it was a heavy sketch.
Yeah.
It was long.
I'd get there and sometimes there was a Franken or maybe, was it Rosie Schuster? They would be
Rosie
like
Schuster.
18
Yeah.
pages and read through.
Now,
Read it.
Who is that? Which one's that?
Franken.
Oh, Franken. Okay.
I remember I had Franken somehow in like some sketch that was gonna get on. I think it was like Good Morning Brooklyn or something.
Yeah.
It was gonna get on. Like it was just the vibe was there.
Yeah.
And I had Franken No, it was Psychic Friends. It was the walk-in sketch. And Schneider goes, you gotta switch out. No, you gotta switch out Franken. You can't. And I go, no, this is funny because he's like the guy. And he goes, no, don't put Franken in your sketch. And I go, why not? He goes, follow me. And we walked out of the office, around the corner, down the hallway, and there's that, the framed photos. And it's when they were having the white sale with slaves with Belushi and I guess Bill Murray. And then the third one is Franken. And they're just standing there like, whatever. And Franken's like,
oh, yeah.
Like all puffed up chest. He goes, that's why.
Because he's overacting.
That's why.
Oh. Schneider's an old soul.
Schneider Schneider will tell you what's on his mind.
No, you're a fucking rookie. What do you know?
You don't know what you're doing. They're poisoning our water.
Well, he can also note you in your own sketch,
No, he's great.
because he was one of the ones that got the pick sketches. So I'm talking Franken, like he would.
Oh, man.
He would, if he's in it, he's also a writer and he's also one of the producers that picks sketches. So he has a lot of control of your own sketch, which might rub you wrong.
Is the Game of Thrones of SNL, partnering with someone, even if you go into the room and you go, I kind of have an idea, be like your psychic walking, and then let them start the ball rolling. Oh, that's great. That's great. So they get proprietary. So when Lauren is there, anyone walking psychic, they're involved. See,
I didn't know any of that.
Oh.
Yeah, I think when Jay started, I don't know if I knew you. Did I know you ahead of time or I just knew you there?
No.
Okay, so I think we all had trouble when we got there. Me, everybody. I had a lot because I couldn't quite. I had this dope that was better than me. This guy, Dana. So when
David's
I got there,
always there.
When I got there,
he was like my protege.
I was the longest feature player. Rob went first, Sandler went first, Farley. They all went to cast, and so I stayed an extra year in the on the bench, kind of. And I remember when I think you came on, it was like kind of tough. And maybe I tried to tell you, and at the beginning, in my recollection, you were like, I know it's hard. I know how it is. But the truth was you can't even be prepared. It's like, you know it, and you get there and you go, well, my sketch was funny. What's going on? And then that's exactly what happened to me.
How did you get
start
on?
to go, how do you, and then after 3 weeks of that, like I gave my best sketch the first week and it almost got on. And then after that, it was a lot tougher because that was the one I worked on. I go, this has to work. And then another week comes by, another week, and if you're not getting stuff on, you start to lose your mind.
Let me ask both of you guys a question. I mean, the first year, I kind of harvested or adapted stuff that I'd worked for me in clubs a lot of the time. So I'm wondering what were your killer bits when you got it? And you too, Jay, like how you got the show. I mean, your walking is right up there with any
but my style, I'm more of a mimic, so I didn't have you're really great, Dana, at like your original characters. And
but I'm just doing an impression of a person I met, kind of. It's a close,
but it's still an original thing. Like I'm just mimicking. And I remember when Jim Downey said, go to the guys. Go around to the other guys' offices and just do impressions. Let them know what you... And I was like so offended. Like, I'm not going to be a door-to-door salesman.
Fucking clown.
But that's exactly what I should have done. If I could have done it over again, I would have just walked into your office and been like...
I wrote a list out of everyone that I did.
Really?
And just passed it all around.
Yeah, my narcissism.
That's smart.
Well, what did you... Who were you doing at that point? It's this mid-90s.
Who'd you come in with?
You've been in clubs for a few
the
years.
Hacky shit, like Pesci.
Nothing's hacky.
Sure.
Pesci's
De
hard.
Niro. Andrew McCarthy was that?
Oh,
I
yeah.
Never heard
Yeah.
that one.
I think
From
we
what movie?
We
did
did
it.
Eyes, too.
We did it. I love her, man.
Oh, yeah.
We did it with Phil on Sassy when he had that talk show.
Sassy, yeah. We were just talking about Sassy.
Oh, yeah. That was...
With Phil Hartman.
But see, that's funny. Like, if it's not accurate for me, like, that's just funny. I love her so much. I mean,
I love her, man.
It's just a funny rhythm, funny
eyes.
attitude. And then you just say, that's Andrew McCarthy.
Yeah, and it works because if you have one move, the eyes, the voice is close enough, there you get your laugh. That's all you need, really, in those sketches.
And I did a bunch of black characters, like Arsenio and Tracy, but he wasn't famous yet.
Glad it was
Tracy Morgan?
1995.
Oh, he
Cripple pussy, stay wet.
So you're doing...
crippled pussy.
Yeah, that's why I got these wheelchair gloves, David Spade.
And this was seeing him in the clubs. He wasn't on SNL?
Yeah, I went to go see him at the Improv. And I walk into the Improv and he's fist fighting the audience in the hallway before they redid it. And I go to help him. It was like 80 against 1. And he's just like, yeah, I miss my daughter, God damn it. And then I go to help him in the fight, and he turns to punch me in the face. And his fist stops like right at my face, and he stops and he goes, I'm not going to fuck with you, Jay Morris. You legendary. That was his way of saying,
either of you?
I almost just punched you in the face.
I put a baby in you, Jay.
Yeah, Jay Moore got me boy pregnant. I like when Tracy does observational humor, but it's only observational to Tracy. He's on stage like Oxnard. Who else remembers finger fucking Portuguese girls on the handball courts? You know what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm talking
about. Old white people with turquoise. They all have like turquoise jewelry on. They're all like earthy.
They're from Montecito. They just went down to Oxnard.
You know them Portuguese girls been giving up the pussy on their handball courts.
Well, Tracy, we're not going to have you back.
Oh, okay.
God damn, that's so funny. That's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Daryl Hammond tells a story of Tracy, like, was Daryl's savior. Like, Daryl was struggling, and Tracy goes, we got to go give respect to the man. Like, this is the streets, Daryl. So like, he's got to go, like, we have to have, like, our meeting with Lauren. Just let him know we're soldiers.
Oh, okay.
And so they wait for like 2 hours,
yeah.
And they finally get in. And Lauren's like, have a seat, guys. Hold on a second. Hello, Mick. It's like Mick Jagger calls. They're sitting in those big fucking chairs
waiting.
And he's like, 1 second. Hello, Mick. How's the tour? And then they start talking, and Dick Cheney's office calls.
Dick Cheney, Jagger, and then Cheney.
They're just getting more emasculated. So it's like 8 minutes total. And then he goes, all right, thanks. And they go outside the office, and Tracy looks at Daryl and goes, there ain't no eye rolling in that motherfucker, D.
And that meant
like we're in the big leagues.
Yeah.
There ain't no eye rolling in that motherfucker, D.
Yeah.
So did you partner up with Daryl a little bit, but do impressionists?
We've been doing shows.
Oh, really?
Now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Like just a night of impressions. Like he does 20 minutes, I do 20 minutes.
Do you have any overlappers?
And then Q&A? Is this the two of you?
We shut down the Q&A last year because it's like, the Q&A is like, do Schwarzenegger.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't do...
Q&As are tough.
Yeah, we like to take all the variables out. But we have a guy, Greg Baldwin, who's like the moderator. He's like the James Lipton.
Mm-hmm.
And then we do, we just go back and forth. We tell a couple stories, and then we'll do like Speed Round, which is mostly cartoons.
That sounds great. That sounds like a great show.
You like cartoons?
Yeah.
Who's your favorite Muppet?
Kermit.
Yeah.
No, I
hold Kermit the Frog.
No, I like some other ones.
Cookie Monster.
Who's the homeless guy?
Are you guessing, or like who is your favorite Muppet?
No, I don't.
Are you guessing?
I'm not a Muppet guy. I'd be
Shemp.
I'm not a Muppet guy.
Beaker.
Beaker's tight.
See,
and his boss, Professor Honeydew.
Is that the bald guy?
Yeah, he had no eyes, but he had glasses.
Muppets are killing it.
I'm a Muppet guy.
I'm old school. I like Bert.
Oh yeah, Bert and Ernie. What was the story with them?
Everybody,
yeah, one came out, right?
Bert. Everybody thinks Bert's an asshole, but Ernie just wore him down until he snapped.
Bert's just runs a tight ship.
Yeah,
and Ernie,
military guy.
Ernie was
Navy guy.
Yeah, Ernie was kind of a fuck around.
Bert's a total Navy guy. Make the bed nice and early.
They have to be a little opposite to make it work, I think.
So going back to Dana's question.
Yes.
Yeah.
I didn't really bring anything other than impressions in with me. But then I kept my impressions like a secret. And then I had resentments that nobody was writing
Dumbest thing
sketches.
you've ever done.
Yeah. Which is, again, untreated
alcoholism. Because, I mean, you did all these movies, and I see you like as an actor.
I got a question for you.
Interesting.
I'm jumping around. I'm sorry.
Co-host is talking, David.
My co-host was asking you something.
I was just saying you're more than an impressionist in your career. Sports commentator.
That's not what I was going to say.
Well, that's the thing with impressions, too. When people go, how come you don't do impressions when you're on stage? It's not, to me, it's not stand-up. It's a whole different toolbox.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of cheating. Like, this isn't stand-up. I'm just doing these fucking voices.
Well, it used to be, I would get teased a lot in San Francisco, like Bobby Slade. Yeah, do a funny voice. That's all you do. And then I walked into the Holy Cities of this little club one night, and he's doing one of the Bowery Boys. That's like his big closer.
The Bowery Boys.
Yeah, the Bowery Boys. Sorry.
Timely.
Going back.
Hang on.
Yeah, it seems like it's a big advantage just to have impressions to go to, maybe not depend on, but to go to on that show.
Only if people know that you have them.
Didn't you just go around to office and go, hey, how about this? You guys say they literally never found out you got this secret weapon?
No, they found out. Like, it would be like whatever movie was playing.
Right.
I would start quoting the movie because I just talk in movie quotes all the time anyway. So that's how I got Keitel on. And
Keitel.
Look, I understand you're super fucking pissed. Joe,
Harvey Keitel.
I don't know what you think you know, but you're wrong. He's a good kid.
Keitel, I never hear anyone do.
Well, nice to know you paid attention to the broadcast. We did it. You were in the sketch.
No, I know.
We did.
Wow, SNL secrets.
What one was it?
Where do you guys hide the cameras?
We're not filming this stupid thing. That's why
we couldn't afford it. We didn't
keep
have
describing what you're doing because we're stupid. No, my eye is fucked up. I was going to tell you when you came in. I don't know. I woke up, my eye was red on the side, so it looks like shit. But I think it's not life-threatening.
Did you have characters when you came in? Or
we did the thing where you, like what you guys are saying about your stand-up, mine was just stories and stand-up and punchlines and just talking. So I really wasn't loaded to go in there to go, I think it's a good idea to go into the offices and say, hey guys, I can do this, or hey, if you ever need something. But you have to, I'm wondering why does no one write for me, but no one even knows who I am and they don't give a fuck. And they've got 10 guys that are great right there to pick from. So you almost have to go sell yourself, which is what we both didn't do. And I didn't have as much to offer. Like I was just like sort of sarcastic. That might have been what they picked up just around the office or talking at the read-through table or at rewrites. But you had some things that were useful, like impressions and attitudes. So I guess it would have been good for you to go to Smigel, go to Conan, go to those guys, whoever was still around. Jack Handy probably wouldn't have written that much for either of us because he was writing his own stuff that was almost didn't need people.
Well, you want to have a reason
you know what I mean?
To do the impression that's kind of organic.
Those guys make a good
right?
Yeah.
Rather than just a cavalcade of,
It was funny, like the things that don't get on, like when you're just swinging for the fences because you've had no sketches on for so long. I remember me and Steve Luckner had Christopher Walken as a waiter at Fridays, and that was the whole sketch.
Oh, just that you...
Like, you should have a dessert. It's Mount Fudgeopolis. And we would laugh like that.
Oh, it's fucking
and then
hilarious.
It goes to the table and it just takes a dump.
Why?
Really?
Yeah, that's such a funny...
It was funny, but it's just like, what is the sketch? The sketch is
what is it
hey,
about?
I work here, right?
I remember Andy Robin had a sketch. He wound up going on Seinfeld as a writer, but when he was on SNL, he had a sketch where people walk by each other in an office and they go, how you doing? He goes, this week or something. They kept missing what they were saying and that they'd say the wrong answer. You know what I mean? Like he misheard him or something or something dumb. But it was just walk-bys, the whole sketch, I think. And then he submitted it probably 5 times. And that is the hardest thing to do is if you're not getting on. And the second time you put a sketch in, I've done it, it's got a stink on it. No matter why it didn't get on the first time. Even if the host, it got cut after dress or it killed, but then it bumped with something, the second time just isn't as good. And it's just harder and harder to get something on. Did you resubmit things? You were saying you did.
Yes, Psychic Friends Network, because it got, why did it get cut?
How did it get cut?
It was first week with Charles Barkley and Nirvana when I did Barkley versus Barney.
Oh, that's great.
As the cold open, which was just, I
great.
panicked. I was like, Barkley, but like, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. And then I had to write it. And then...
and you were Barney the dinosaur? Sorry.
No, it's just because there was commercials of Charles Barkley playing basketball against Godzilla for Nike at the time. So I was like,
That's
Barkley versus Barney.
And
then I was like, oh, this is great. Okay, I'm in. And then we shot it at Hunter College. It was like the next morning at like 8 a.m. Thursday morning. And then when I get there, like Al Franken's just got like Video Village and he's like, all right, he's got a shot list. Which in hindsight, thank God, because I was like, you guys play basketball, you beat up the guy in the Barney suit. They had a stunt man in a Barney suit.
Yeah.
And I was like, it was like, it's a very unfair tug of war. Guy that's been there 8 days, Al Franken, the guy that's going to be a senator. And
the new guy, yeah.
And the big argument was he didn't at one point I had Barkley kneeing, just basketball's out the window, and he just knees Barney in the nuts. And Franken goes, "No, we're not doing that." And he goes, you can't have Charles Barkley kneeing Barney in the nuts.
You can't?
And that was like my only like thing where I dug in and I was like, this has to be. And we wound up doing it, but it was really bizarre.
Was it in it?
Yeah.
Yeah, got a lot.
And so the Psychic Friends Network, it was Nirvana and Barkley. No, sorry. It was the second week with the Shannon Doherty.
Yeah.
Oof. And Cypress Hill.
What do you mean, oof?
Well, I'll tell you. So
Okay.
I had so the conceit of the sketch is Christopher Walken's the last guy you want getting inside your head and helping you with psychic issues. It's like, I can help you with romance. I could be in your garage waiting for you when you get home. Security. And so
That's a really good tone you have.
And then we had other, like David was Crispin. You were Crispin Glover. Yeah. Like, hey, I want to help you. It's all these celebrities that you don't want.
Yeah, okay.
And then we got away to a phone, and the phone doesn't ring because everybody's freaked out. And he keeps going, why aren't you calling? And I had Shannon Doherty as Sean Young in the cat suit because the story at the time was like she showed up to Warner Brothers dressed as Catwoman because she wanted the part. And she freaked everybody out. And then Shannon Doherty, like on Friday, says, I'm not comfortable making fun of Sean Young. And it was like, like this Pac-Man noise.
Exactly. That's what I was saying. A sketch loses momentum for that. And now you have to resubmit it.
Oh, I was fucking heated. And then, so I was, not on that show. I thought my life was over. And then it was week 3, Aerosmith and Jeff Goldblum. And I was in the writer's room just sulking, just being a fucking baby. And Lauren comes in and goes, how's the Christopher Walken sketch coming? And I said, I'm not going to do it this week. And he goes, I think you have guilt and momentum on your side.
Ooh.
And I was like,
fucking.
Except I didn't have a computer. I was writing on yellow legal pad, looking where I didn't know where to hand it in. Like, I don't know where to hand in the sketch. Yeah, Claire. Claire went home at fucking 10. It's 3 a.m.
She's just trying to hand it to somebody.
It was like
all the guys are hitting a button on their computer, and the sketch goes to the magic sketch place. I didn't have.
It sucked because you go in there. First of all, you write on a legal pad. I go home at 3 a.m, finish writing it. I have to take a cab back from the Upper West Side to hand it in to Claire and the Mad Men girls that are typing it.
Yeah.
And then I go back home, and then I come back for read through. So it wasn't like attachment send. There was no laptop, so it was fucking horrible. Remember, that's how it was for you, right?
Yeah, and I didn't know. I knew nothing about writing a sketch. I didn't know if you're in the sketch. I don't know if I write David or do I write Crispin.
Yeah.
Like I
still don't.
Basic the lowest common denominator.
That's a good question.
I'm not sure I know right at this moment.
Oh, and back then, did we put?
I just fucking.
Did we put names of us?
Names?
No, you put the name of the character.
No, you put character.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. I saw yesterday Ian Maxtone.
Remember
Dave
when
Mandel.
Remember when
writer from
who did you fight with, Norm?
Norm knocked him out cold. You remember that?
I think he scored in.
I don't ever see Norm being violent.
Say whatever you're about to say.
Dave was. Why not?
I don't know.
Norm violent? I never saw Norm.
I was always what?
I don't want to say I was violent.
He squirted it with water,
by
right?
chance, But
it was a cigarette thing.
So Norm would smoke after the no smoking. Like this is people don't understand. Like it used to be like you could smoke in buildings. It was like whatever.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, by the way, like you're not allowed to smoke in buildings anymore. So there was a grace period of people like, oh, that's right, I forgot, or they didn't care. So Norm was on the same where Farley got, where I tackled Farley. He was on that couch smoking, and Ian Maxtone Graham, all 6'10" of them, walks in with his little faggy yogurt. He always had
Excuse me?
Yogurt.
You mean gay?
Yes.
A festive yogurt.
Happy. That was the name of it. Was Happy Gay Yogurt. And and he walks in with his yogurt and oats, and Norm smoking, and he had a plastic cup of water, and he just looked at Norm, and he threw the water on Norm, and Norm just stood up, one punch out.
Norm was deceptively a big guy. You don't really think of it. I mean, he was sort of a beanpole in a way in the 90s.
He got thicker.
Big.
Do you remember when you guys did the crystal meth sketch? Like you were like Tony Robbins, the weight loss guy. I think it was you and Fred, and it was Ride the Snake.
Oh yeah,
And it
Ride
was-
the Snake.
You know, they show basically you get people hooked on meth to lose weight,
Yeah.
and on those commercials where they'll show like an outline of a fat body, and it says like after 6 weeks, and it goes in a little bit. This one was like 6 hours, and it was like a skeleton.
Yeah.
And so they had this thing of Farley at a drive-through window, a pre-filmed piece, and he's like, "Let me have 14 cheeseburgers, 14 apple pies, 22 French fries, and 3 chocolate milkshakes." And the guy in the box goes, "Will that be all?" And he goes, "No, I'll also have." So we argued for 2 hours over what the back end of that order should be. Like he should just repeat the exact same order, or like,
Oh,
no,
right.
make that Diet Coke,
Yeah.
or no, give me 3 apple pies. And for 2 hours, you know, it just goes around and around
in the
and
writer's
around.
room, yeah.
And Norm was in the corner of the room. Like I think it was 3:30 in the morning at this point. Norm goes, "Hey, you know, you guys have Chris at that drive-through window, you know, go and give me all these burgers, you know." And the guy in the box goes, "Hey, will that be all?" And how about Chris says, "Yes."
It's a great Norm.
And then when they
That's an
filmed it,
incredible Norm.
when they filmed it, Chris had like this look of incredible pride. The guy goes, "Will that be all?" I remember his
Leans on
arms
his
the-
elbow.
He goes, "Yes." So it was already working for him. Like he had different habits at this point in his crystal meth
And
career.
crushed, right?
I mean, I
It
think
was amazing.
he
Yeah.
could
But
get
like
a laugh.
Norm with one syllable, we were just a pack of dogs hunting in the wrong direction. And Norm's like, "Hey, yes."
Simplified it. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
It
we
was
would go back
amazing.
and forth over mini jokes like that, like how do you get out of a sketch? And if you're the writer of the sketch, or if it's your sketch, you do get to pick. Like you get a Downey throwing a joke in, a Smigel, a Franken. It's great, and you get to add. You're like when Rob did Copy Machine, and everyone's like Sting, and everyone throw in anything, and you get the benefit of a room. Every sketch does, not just Rob's. Everyone. That's fun.
Downey, I remember once it was like week 3, and he goes, "You know, I want to talk to you about comedy writing at some point." And I was like, "Oh yeah,
About what comedy writing?
comedy writing." I was like, "Great." And so I was like, "Hey, you got time?" And he's like, "No, not today. It'll be like down the line. Me and you are going to sit down. I want to talk to you about comedy writing." So it was like week, I don't know, 17.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Jay, what are you doing?" He goes, when are we going to have that talk about comedy writing? And I was like, "I'm ready." And he goes, "Come on in." And I go
Oh,
in his office, and he goes, "You know what the 3 funniest words in comedy are?" I go, "No." He goes, "Full-blown AIDS."
full blown AIDS.
And I go, "Yeah?" He goes, "Yeah." All right.
Thanks for coming by.
And that was it?
He set me up for 4 months.
Set you up.
4 months. And then he says,
When are we going to have that talk? Full-blown
We
AIDS.
saw Downey this week,
Really?
and I haven't
I had
seen
dinner
him
with him last
forever.
night.
Yeah,
he talked about the Indian-British War in 1740 for like an hour. Unbelievable
I love
mind.
that stuff.
this just in.
It's so fun to listen to him talk about American history. He'll go into a college library for hours in Yale or something.
I love when he turn up on sketches, or like when Smigel would turn up on a sketch. I always feel like, ooh,
It's
somebody
funny.
from the other side cracked through.
He cracked through. It's hard. Be a
Yeah.
feature player. I think Odenkirk and Conan were feature players, and they never got a fair shake to be in, especially when I was there. It was
The only time I saw Conan on camera was that Get Handsome sketch when Mike Myers was doing
right.
Get Handsome.
Handsome
Yeah.
Club
And he
or
was just
whatever.
one of the guys in the audience like, "I got handsome."
Oh yeah, that was probably for a Alec Baldwin type host too.
How about the amount of rewrites when they're not needed? Like Mike Myers would just hand in these perfect sketches, and you just sit in a room for 8 hours when guys would just dissect his sketch.
Just
And
go,
it's
it
like,
worked.
bro. It's just
I know.
Mike.
Why are we doing
It's
it?
perfect.
If people at home don't know, the rewrite table, what did it start at 1 on Thursday after read through? Read through's Wednesday.
I mean, ideally,
It starts around 1,
But usually a little
roughly,
later.
and it goes till about 4 a.m. So you're there. That's a long haul. And every sketch gets about 2 hours or something. It just gets
what was the name of the
monotonous.
restaurant you mentioned?
Wally and Joseph.
I remember I went there. I felt like a big shot when you were like, "Come on, we're going to
Oh, yeah. It's fun.
Wally and Joseph's." But I always felt, because you came in with like Timmy and, like you said, like Adam and
Yeah.
Rob, and so you guys were kind of a group. And then when I came in, anytime I was with you guys, I felt like a freshman hanging out with seniors. It's
Who
like
was
you're in
you-
the conversation, but you're not real.
But you weren't part of like the next group. You were sort of a tweener kind of, right?
yeah, total.
Yeah.
It was me, Sarah, Norm, and all the Harvard guys like Steve Lookner,
Oh,
Lou
yeah,
Morton, Dave Mandel, and then Dave Attell also.
There's so many Ivy League writers on SNL.
I know.
Where'd you go to? Did you go to college?
You know, no one's ever asked me that in my life.
Really?
And ever. That's the first. I used to do a joke about it. Nobody's ever asked me, where'd you go to college? It's just implied.
Only because you're mentioning the Harvard guys. But
this is New Jersey
San
public
Francisco
school.
State, baby. $95 a semester.
Yeah?
Oh, it's just a joke school.
No,
It's
I was
not
a
Harvard,
straight
is it?
D student. Because there's no curriculum for stand-up comedy.
Right.
And so it's just like, what is this? We're adding letters. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
Yeah,
and
we're just...
then you go, but like...
So you just got in the clubs right out of high school then?
Yeah, I started at 16, same as you.
16? I didn't start at 16.
Well, what did I say? You didn't let me finish.
You said 20.
He said 60.
You said 20.
Yeah, you didn't let me finish.
I have another question for you. Ready? By the way, when you look up research on you, it says what Jay's favorite songs are.
Really?
Why?
I think that was a Don Imus question. You got to give him your top 5
Oh.
All right, here, because
songs.
it's out in the ether. What's the difference between whether you could talk about your first marriage versus your recent marriage? I mean, being a mature,
is it easier to be married
adult,
later in life?
Being a mature adult, getting married as opposed to being young.
Lauren said
Something wise.
every man should have 3 marriages.
Minimum.
One in his 20s and 30s, one in his 40s, and the third in his 50s when he knows what he really wants. And that's exactly how it went with me.
Oh,
You had
really?
3?
This
Did
is
you
my
have
third.
3?
Okay.
And Jeannie's the first. I'm not even going to say marriage because I don't want to put anybody on blast, but like the first woman I've ever been with that just wasn't like depressed. So it's like,
Interesting.
like with her
There's some
career
blast.
and like her own, like, oh, I'm going to go look at, what'd you say?
I said there's some blast. no, but I
Wait,
get it. But you're younger. I think
Expound
you're,
on that.
the one I knew was an actress, seemed like a great girl. And I think everyone just changes in life. So you change, maybe she changes, maybe it's a great run, and then it just turns into something else where it doesn't work out.
Well, was that the first one? I just was never like in love.
Yeah.
It just sort of, that's how it goes. That's the progression of a relationship. Somebody, you know, when you're dating somebody and you're young and they go, why don't we go steady? And you're like, you know, because I'm from the 50s.
Yeah.
When are you going to wear my sweater, my pin? When are you going to do this? When are we going to live together? And you're like, all right, fucking, you know, we'll live together. I'm turning into Colin Quinn. All right, we'll live together.
Yeah.
Let's not, you know, cohabitate too long. I digress. And
That
then
is
it's
a
like,
great Colin
when are
Quinn.
we
We
gonna
have to
get
call these out. He just did a brilliant Colin Quinn.
when are we going to get engaged? When are you going to get married? And the proposal was like, there's your ring. Are you happy? Like, that's actually how it went.
Yeah.
So that's not a good omen.
So how
That
long did
happens a
that
lot.
last?
6 years.
And then
But I was on the show and she was in LA. So I was,
Let me insert this. Did you ever hear Lauren say this? There's something about a man in his 40s and a woman in her 20s. They're both at the peak of their power.
Did he say that?
It's almost Dr. Evil.
that was almost Jimmy Stewart.
Yeah, they're both at the peak of their power. And the other quote, have you heard this one? I said it on the podcast, Lauren, again. Marriage is a prison that everyone's trying to escape into.
You know who said that? Kris Jenner. Anyway.
So the second marriage, what is...
How do you know what you said? Because I was, I'm embarrassed at how I was all fired up. I had Colin holstered.
Well, I wanted to call out that you're just... Jay is
said-
throwing in these subtle impressions. So give us a little
Wait,
Colin Quinn.
I'll give
No,
you
what was the quote though?
Oh, yeah. Marriage.
Marriage is a prison that everyone's trying to escape into.
Well, I don't feel that way this time because you gotta understand. Okay,
All right, hey, let's break it down.
as of today, I've been sober 2 years and 6 months.
Oh, that's it.
So I met Jeannie after my divorce, where a divorce is the biggest hole in your soul because you get married because you're certain it's an impossibility that you're going to get divorced. That's why you get married. Like, oh, this is it. This is great. And then when when the panels kind of start coming off the space shuttle, you get nuts.
Christy McAuliffe said the same thing.
And it feels to me like a marriage, the one thing
Feed
a
the
marriage
fish.
can't survive is contempt,
Yeah.
either from either side.
Well,
And,
if you were drink or whatever.
Well, what was your drug of choice? Were you
This
alcohol?
time it was Adderall.
Adderall?
I went down. It helped me focus on getting.
I think more
And
people
did
do that.
Adderall.
so then you started taking it just to feel
I
okay?
think.
after the divorce, it was like, well, shit. Like I just wanted to like feel something. I've always been a drug addict and an alcoholic. It wasn't like this one event made me this thing. Like I was an alcoholic and drug addict when I was born. And long before I ever picked up a drink, I've always needed more than anybody else in every capacity.
And yeah, it's just a genetic brain chemistry.
Everybody else has this plan for a living that I'm not aware of. And I always felt like on the outside looking in. Like if you and I were kids and I was at your house and we were on your couch watching TV, I would spend that entire time trying to convince you that we were having a good time on your couch watching TV. Like I was just needy. Yeah. Desperation's got a very distinct scent and I stunk.
Well, yeah, that's we all are having a fist fight in our head. Yeah, either a lot or a little.
Yeah, So I quit drinking 1998, and then I used drugs alcoholically. I'm a big pill guy. I love pills. So it was like Vicodin and Norco, and then when I stopped that a couple of times, and then Adderall's the one that brought down the beast. And so that the divorce didn't make me use. I chose to go back to using drugs. Like I felt like I like having a secret. Like I'm getting away with something. Like
So this is right when the pandemic was starting, kind of.
Before, in the middle of the pandemic was fantastic. Oh, I was just snorting Adderall and I was paddleboarding and fishing from my paddleboard. I was just insane. I lived in Malibu on the water, and I would just snort rails of Adderall.
Did it make you lose a tremendous amount of weight?
Oh yeah, I went into treatment at like 160. I just was all. I'll show you my before.
Adderall's big. I was having lunch with people about only like a year ago, and the guy goes, I wish I had my Adderall with me. I don't have one. And the waitress came out and he goes, do you have an Adderall? And she goes, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, does everyone have Adderall? He's like, yeah.
I know people just take a decent amount and then write or do a project.
Yeah.
But then addiction's a whole nother.
Well, it's hard to keep it in check, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I met Jeannie at the very beginning where it was like manageable. It's fun with problems, then it's problems. So she met me at the fun, and then it was fun with problems. I had a radio show and I interviewed her over the phone, and I imagined that there was like a vibe there over the phone. And I like, all right, joining us now is Jeannie Buss on the hotline. And then I went to the Twitter DM. I asked her to do my podcast, and then I had left my house. I was staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel. And when I went to the elevators to go get her, when she walked out of the elevator, it was just, I was done. Like it was slow motion. It was actually,
it's great.
For me, it was love at first
sight. So you
sight.
talked to her on the phone or over in the radio, and then you see her in person. So the vibe is so strong, just instant.
I mean, I think it was one-sided. Like, I don't think she had love at first sight, but I remember it was slow motion. I remember like there was a green elevator door and that palm tree carpet. Yeah. I was like, whoa. And I just wanted to be with her all the time. And then
she's a happy person is kind of what you alluded to. Like that's very
well. I'm a happy person too. Like that's.
But you were coming right off the addiction at that point.
Yeah, and it was like this person. Like I don't know. It was just like it was a puzzle piece that had been missing from my big jigsaw puzzle my whole life. I felt, and then my drug addiction got really bad, and she was at my intervention. Which was an intervention being the worst surprise party you'll ever go to. You walk in, like everybody you love is there, and you're like, "Hey, oh no!" And then I thought she did the intervention. So when you angry pack, you either never take your eyes off. You either don't look at them at all, or you never take your eyes off them.
Angry packing?
Yeah. So I was like, I was just angry packing for rehab, and I never took my eyes off of Jeannie. And then I got to rehab, and all I had was socks. Because
I just did so badly.
Yeah. And then, so she stuck with me.
She stuck with you. That's a big deal.
I was a mess. If the world was fair, like we definitely wouldn't be together. I would have lost that prize. And we got married last week. It's 8 days today. We've been married.
Any SNL people?
No.
They're gross.
There's only 20 people.
Yeah, I guess the odds
so do you
aren't
think
in our
all
favor.
of us
David, I need you to pick the energy up a little bit.
This is
I'm
the most
losing
high energy he's ever been.
NPR over here.
No, you're talking about something nice. I'm trying to shut the fuck up for a second. It's hard. It's very hard.
So now this marriage is like none other. Like nothing against the first two wives.
No, I think it's also like it's your last.
Yeah.
It's like I'm 53. And it's when you've been so humbled and demoralized and you've come completely undone, and then you've brick by brick and stone by stone built yourself back up into a human being that you've been meant to be the whole time, and that person's waiting for you at the end of that journey. I mean, that's who else would you want to spend the rest
Very
of your
nice.
life?
What's your coping mechanisms when you feel bad? If it's not
I don't really
Adderall
feel-
or whatever,
I'm a weird guy. Like I don't really
do you
feel,
meditate? Do you take a
yeah,
hike?
every day. I don't really feel bad though. I'm one of those weird. I'm
Mhm.
wired weird. Like I'm
For an addict, usually it's
or
some
a
anxiety.
comic even. Like I
Yeah.
just wake up kind of fired up.
I always known
Well,
you to be upbeat.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm a happy dude. Yeah, like I've
Yeah.
always been that way. I don't know. It's just sometimes it's just the way your hard drive is installed.
I think so. It feels like it's a thermostat that you get at birth.
Yeah, and my
because even if I
thermostat's
was on the
positive.
cover of Rolling Stone or something, I felt I was always in this certain range on a 1 to 10,
happy?
maybe 6 or a 7. Not happy-go-lucky, but it stayed kind of consistent.
Yeah, and in addiction, it goes the other way where it just becomes this mania.
Yeah.
Like you gotta also, when I was in my addiction, I was diagnosed manic depressive. I was diagnosed bipolar, and then I work a program and I go through 12 steps for a program that might be anonymous, and then that became. Now I have like this monotheism for all of my problems. Like every single problem in my life, it can be remedied by the program.
So no one's suggesting medication or anything for
No, I actually got
bipolar?
off. That was the end of the story that I forgot to put in. Is at about a year and a half sober, I got off all my medication, and it was a direct result of my drug addiction.
That's
'Cause
good.
it's like the old equalizers on a car stereo where you get them just right, and when you snort Adderall, you just bang, you just blast them all up to 10 across treble, bass, fader, this, and then when you come off them, boom, they come crashing back down, and then you just keep jamming them back and forth, and it's just not an accurate. It's just not an accurate gauge of how you're actually feeling because you're either in mania or you're just completely panicked because you're going to run out of drugs.
Damn.
Yeah.
So Saturday Night Live is an emotionally violent place for anyone with mental health stuff. Or I mean,
But I'm one of the best things I learned in recovery was that I am the reason for all of my suffering, which thrilled me because if I'm the reason for my suffering, then I always have a solution. I can change how I'm looking at something, or I can go be of service and help somebody else. And then just because if I'm pissed off, it's really just a perverse selfishness. Because if I'm pissed off, I'm only thinking about me. Yeah. So as an active alcoholic on Saturday Night Live, it's, woe is me, pour me a drink. So it's like I didn't get my sketch on like, oh, this fucking blues, blah.
Yeah.
And that's if I could do it again, I guess it's like the classic SNL lament. Oh, if I could be 53 in that 23-year-old body and just be like, okay,
I can do it.
I get to watch Nirvana rehearse. All right.
I know you didn't even think of how great we had it, like see Nirvana in the cafeteria eating.
I never felt like they owed me anything, or even in stand-up. I remember I would talk to young comedians,
Nirvana?
like they get all into the drama. Yeah, I was friends
Chris
with them.
Novoselic.
Into the drama of stand-up. I'm getting fucked, man. I should be middling by now. And they put that guy getting all wound up in that.
But I think guys like you and me had a lot of success quickly. Like it was sort of, Don't you think so? Like
I had a lot of stage fright. Well, there were no comedy clubs when I started. Literally, I opened for bands.
That's really the key to enjoying the benefits of the program.
Yeah.
That'll set you back.
Yeah, just opening for bands and getting annihilated, stuff. Normal stuff. But once I got into a club, a real club, not a honky-tonk bar like the other cafe and the Hate, I started to progress just because of the environment.
Yeah, well, your talent though, you can't deny it. I think it's. Would you say that you rose quickly once you got into the right environment of clubs?
I would say that as quickly as I can, that I never was able to wrap my mind around, like I'm one of those guys. Like I'm going to be on TV, like Jerry Lewis or Jackie Gleason or something. And so I did a lot of shitty television.
Yeah.
Because they offered me Blue Thunder and I was in a helicopter with James Ferrantino, who was coked out and drinking straight vodka, by the way. And
what else do you do in a helicopter?
I know. So it in retrospect, it seems like
I played Morongo Casino, and
the Morongo.
They sent the helicopter for me.
Fuck yeah!
And my pilot was Lorenzo Lamas.
Shut the fudge up.
And they
actor?
Yeah, at Van Nuys Airport, they're like, "This is your pilot. We call him Lorenzo Lamas." And I was like, yeah, he looks like him. And then we're like somewhere over like Ontario, and I look at him, it says Lamas on his headset.
to grind it into you?
Yeah, and I was like,
to make sure you ask him.
Yeah, only on my side. I was only on my side.
He has to switch it.
And I wanted to ask him, like, are you Lorenzo Lamas? But I didn't want to be that obvious. So I was like, So I was like, how much money do you think you've left on the table doing this? That was pretty smooth to ask him that, right?
Is that what you said?
Instead of saying, like, are you?
What do you say?
And he goes, 95% of it. I'm like, okay, that's Lorenzo Lamas.
Yeah.
And then
So
he
he's a
came to-
helicopter pilot
That's not
that
an
takes
Uber
people
driver,
to the
that's
wrong
just-
hotel.
he just digs it. And then he stayed. I said, come to the show. And he's like, I'm not supposed to. I'm like, come on. So he stayed for the show. And then we flew home. And somewhere over like the desert, he goes, do you mind if we stop for gas?
In the helicopter?
Who says no to that?
In the
Like,
helicopter.
I prefer, let's just ride it out.
We got
Give me
this.
the LAX.
What do you want, E?
Before Jay goes, I have to tell him one more thing. I auditioned for Jerry Maguire.
You did?
Yeah. For your part.
Really?
Yeah, Bob Sugar.
Interesting.
So who got it? Anyway. I
you know
remember.
who had it when we were auditioning?
Is that Cameron Crowe?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was already an offer to Owen Wilson because they had done, Jim Brooks and Owen Wilson had already done Bottle Rocket together. So by the time that, I don't know about you, but hey, Owen,
Hey,
when I
I
do
don't
Owen
think we
Wilson,
should do this part.
when I do
don't
Owen
think
Wilson, it
it's gonna
sounds like
work.
Jennifer Coolidge. I mean, I try to do it, but my mouth gets too tight, and I say we take it up a notch.
I do him telling a toddler he can't have any more candy.
Please let me.
I don't think you should have any more candy.
I'm just doing Melissa.
I love that guy.
I do.
He's the
When I saw
greatest.
Haunted Mansion, I'm like, oh, he was on the screen. I'm like,
Owen Wilson,
I love this guy.
Woody Harrelson, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah,
3 Texas eccentrics. Put them in some movie, Hollywood.
I love those
Together.
guys.
Here's my
Yeah.
Colin Quinn when I said his friend just moved in with his girlfriend. I go, did he like moving in with his girlfriend? He goes, what do you think?
What do you think?
Anyway.
Before we leave, I don't
What do
know.
you think?
This is a
Yeah,
quick
go ahead.
podcast.
Yeah.
I got to tell you
It's
2
quick.
Spade stories that are fantastic.
Oh, I love it.
Where I went back to see the show and I was filming Picture Perfect with Jennifer Aniston. And I see Davey in the hallway and he
Yeah.
goes, how do you like working with Jenny? And I go, I'm such a dick. I go, I don't know. She smokes cigarettes. And he goes, let her down easy. Is that the most David joke ever?
Yeah, definitely.
That is exactly how it went.
Let her
That's
down
fucking
easy.
so
Yeah.
And then he did that David thing when he goes. And then we were at a strip
Yeah, I
club,
Oh.
and the dancer. I'm being generous. The dancer, the artist,
The artist,
You
yeah.
know, like when male bodybuilders they can flex their pecs.
Oh.
Arnold used to do that. Yeah.
So this girl would do it. And so she's dancing for David and she's going like doing the bodybuilder boob flex. And it's like, hey, and like 2 songs go by and she circles back around and she does it again. And David goes, seen it. She was like who's she gonna be? She just got humiliated.
What a
Like,
dick.
Oh.
you were like, seen it.
Saying it. That's
Well-
very David, yes.
God, it reminds me. We went out. We got a picture with. Oh, whatever. Who cares? Okay, thank you, Jay. You have the best fucking stories. This is great.
I know.
Thank you for coming on, buddy.
Amazing.
This is
Jay
great.
Moore.
It's easy, right? Easy.
They're like, you could do it on Zoom. I'm like, no, I want to hang out.
No,
with
it's
you
fun to
guys.
come in here. We like when people
we'll
come
do
in.
it on- we do a lot of Zooms, trust me.
A lot of Zooms.
A lot of Zooms.
But we,
Carcenio.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I understand that a crib is your house and your bed.
I can't remember. Yeah.
Just long fingers.
Gotta love.
a fucking wig.
Carcinio.
I'll show you something when we're done here.
Oh yeah.
Because it's Farley and Hartman on a Carson episode.
Was it? Or they Dom DeLuise and
Dom DeLuise,
Burt Reynolds.
where they flip out. Did you ever see that?
Yes.
Yo, you've
So
seen it.
fucking
Okay.
funny.
Do you remember when on the Scared Straight motivational speaker, we made an arrangement like when Farley falls through the wall of the prison, we
Yeah.
were all going to run out. Then we all run out.
Oh,
and
like escape
We're all going to fall on top of Chris,
as a joke.
so he can't come back in and say live from New York.
Oh, that's funny.
So Chris goes through the wall. Me, you, Sandler, Schneider, and Timmy fall on top of Chris, and he just lifts us up like leave bags. Like he didn't.
He just peels us off.
No,
It's not even a joke. He's
Not
just
even
like-
1 second it didn't cost just I'm from New York. And he had the line where him and Martin Lawrence are selling us back and forth for cigarettes because that's the prison thing. And Farley was supposed to go, sold 7 bitches to the homie in the cornrows. And it said, so you're the camera. He goes, sold 7 bitches to the homie in the homie rows. Oops. He just looks down the barrel.
Looks in the camera.
Oops. Oh, I love you, Chris.
All right.
All right. Thanks, boys.
This has been a podcast presentation of Cadence 13. Please listen, then rate, review, and follow all episodes. Available now for free wherever you get your podcast.
No joke, folks. Fly on the Wall has been a presentation of Cadence 13. Executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Chris Corcoran of Cadence 13, and Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment.
The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman with production and engineering support from Serena Regan and Chris Basil of Cadence 13.
Our guest today is Jay Pharoah. Tell
Jay
the
Pharoah,
folks
very
about
funny
him.
guy. He was on SNL, of course, which most of our people are. I saw him when I did Snake Oil, and he was one of the guests. Now he has his own game show, but that's just one of the many things he does. He's really in there doing stuff. He's got a lot going on. He tells us all about it.
Yeah, 6 years on Saturday Night Live. Arguably one of the best impressionists to ever be on Saturday Night Live. And so we get him to he does his Denzel Washington and all these different voices on this podcast. So this was a very loose, entertaining thing. He came to play, and I think he had fun. I know I did.
Yeah, very upbeat guy. I apologize, but I said we're going to hit you up for all these impressions, and they sound so funny. And if you're listening to just audio, he's got great faces to go with him. But that audio, I was just listening to it, and that Denzel, it's almost like you can't tell the difference.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
great.
So the very, very talented Jay Pharoah. Have a listen, won't you? You don't have to wear earphones on. Bill Maher.
I didn't have to smoke either, but I failed that test. Shit.
Well, he kept lighting them and waving them around. I wanted to reach through the screen to have a hit, man. He makes it look good.
Let me tell you this. His weed is very rich. It's very rich. That is $500 million I have made plus weed. I ain't there yet. I thought I was good. I thought I was good with going in to the dispensaries that now look like iPods, but apparently I ain't smoked nothing. So I got to build my tolerance up with Bill Maher because I didn't even know he smoked. I said, "Wow, really?" Okay, so
he smokes. But what was the name of the cannabis? Did it have a name like jackhammer or brain damage or something
Crippled
powerful?
hyena.
I think it was called Diddy House. That's what I think it was called. That's what
Diddy House, yeah.
Diddy House. Okay, that's
Dude,
it.
are they still hassling that guy? He said he was sorry.
I know. Just baby oil does not mean guilt. Baby oil means there's rashes with the staff.
Baby oil doesn't mean guilt, but baby oil with no protection means that something definitely was going down. That's what it means.
Yeah. Baby oil.
I know. It was crazy. I keep 200 bottles in my place, but
Let me tell you something.
1,000?
If you're getting initiated after college, I don't think you're in the right room. It's like, hey, an initiation means you get to do whatever you want to someone. And so it's like, I'm 36, I'm being initiated into the music biz. Like, come on.
Yeah. I haven't gone there. And, what I can say is the man has always looked moisturized. It makes sense why he's so slippery now.
Yep.
He is.
Good eye.
It makes sense. I've never seen a crackly, ashy anything on P. Diddy. It makes sense now.
No.
oh no.
No.
Yeah, he is frozen in time. He looks just like he did 30 years ago. And it's baby oil. And they say, oh, it's something nefarious. I go, innocent till proven Diddy.
Yeah, it doesn't scare me. But if you see so many bottles and you're like, how fast are we going through these?
Yeah, and then cut to the 40-foot bed in the back. Like, yo, what are you, Steve from Blue's Clues? Like, what is going on? I just don't understand it.
Well,
Yeah.
at some point, when you get, say, 500, 700 million, somebody in the room says, hey, maybe we could procure young women and bring them to, and
just brainstorming.
And then Diddy said, you're a genius. Because at some point, the money leads to the
And Diddy
crazy.
said, "Oh."
Like Spade.
Diddy said, "Oh, not only should we bring girls, we should bring some boys too. We should do that. Let's just
let's keep it even.
It's gotta be. It's equality. It's equal on both sides. Let's
I don't want to get in trouble for just bringing girls.
Yeah.
Also, I saw a video because it's in my algo. So on TikTok,
he's giving himself a close up.
It's funny, Jay, when you go like this. So I go they show Diddy playing basketball at his house. Obviously, has a basketball court.
Yeah.
And then you go in this wide shot, and I'm sorry, there's a bed in the basketball court.
I saw,
and I'm like,
too.
You see that? And I was like,
Like this man was just greedy with but he wanted it everywhere. Everywhere. It's probably
you can't wait to go in the other room.
There's got to be there's got to be at least a futon in the kitchen. There's at least
something. Big piece of toast.
There's a double futon in the dining room, a single futon in the kitchen, and just stacked pillows in the foyer. So anywhere at any time,
fucking hit the deck.
Within 3 to 6 meters, he's ready for action. I'm starting to have a quirky admiration just for the operation of it, just for the infrastructure, the planning, the detail. I'm not saying it's not evil, but man, they had some plans.
There was something definitely went down, and something definitely went down in the DM. That's DM standing for Diddy's Mansion. Y'all see how I did that? Damn.
Oh, yeah, that was good.
Quick.
That's good.
Quick with that.
I drove by his mansion. I didn't even know, Dana. I drive by it on the way to somewhere every day because I cut through the street and all the houses are big. And some people go, that's Mr. Chow's house. You never know. Be like, Michael Jordan's mom lives there. And everyone just believes it for 300 years. But no one ever said that was Diddy's house. And then all these trucks are out there, these news trucks. And I go by, I go, hey, what's going on here? Just so they'll recognize me. And then, and they're like, oh, you didn't hear, did he? It's a big shit show. And I'm like, oh, that's his house? You probably shouldn't tell me, but I'm cool. And so I go, I will never mention on a podcast. So anyway, he was there, and that's my big story.
Oh,
that was great. I enjoyed that a lot.
It's for sale for $60 million. I'll give you 1.3 right now.
By the way, non sequitur, but back to the subject. Do you remember when Robert Smigel did a cartoon on SNL where the whole premise was what does Diddy do?
Oh, really?
No, no, but that's hilarious. That's
look at there's a whole thing of no one really knew what he did. He's a producer or whatever, but now we know what he did.
He could have done ambiguously gay Diddy.
Oh, Jesus.
That's combining them.
Okay, I'm texting Smigel right now.
Yeah, Smigel, do it.
I'm
texting
should have
him
one
now. On the first show.
Ambiguously. Okay.
Yo, can we
rappers.
Wait, before we even go any further, big shout out to Robert Smigel. He's the reason that he got the Stephen A. Smith skit. He came to me with that. And then that's the reason I started doing that on SNL. That was him. You know what I mean? So shout out to Robert Smigel, man.
LeBron James.
LeBron James is the best player in the league. But Mario Chalmers needs to be locked inside of a closet without any arms or able to touch any basketball whatsoever. Because he's just totally terrible. It just makes no sense. He was a dear friend of mine. That's what gets me. He was a dear friend of mine.
They always rag on him, and then he goes like this. He goes quiet. I've been listening to what you've been saying.
He's resting.
He rests his voice. And then he goes in attack mode.
And then bam!
Hysterical. Rock had him in his old movie.
The Rock had him in his old movie?
No, Chris Rock had him in I Think I Hate My Wife or something. He was the other couple he went to dinner with. And I'm like, that's interesting. You throw Stephen A. in there.
I would say this, whoever gets elected, Kamala or Trump,
or Kamala.
Stephen A. Smith is the press secretary. Can you imagine that guy taking questions from the press? I now serve you up, Jay Farrell. So, Mr. Smith, what is going on with this administration? I'm not.
What's going on with this? What do you mean? What's going on with this administration? I mean, listen, we're in the dawn of a new era. This is a totally new era. I couldn't believe that it happened. I'm totally berated, incredulous, insidious, and Leviticus that this is going down so flawlessly. Now we actually have a black woman in office. Now you know, everybody wanted Michelle. We wanted Michelle. We did, but she looked at her husband and said, the hair is not worth it. It's not worth going full Gandalf the Grey. So she just stayed away from everything. And she wasn't even into it. But the next time there's a president, it needs to be a president called Stephen A. Smith. Because I feel like if I get in there, it's going to be a lot of change. I'm talking about change. I'm talking about changing, rearranging, stranging, endangering, and Power Rangering. You know what I'm at. You know what I'm saying.
Bill McClellan from the Associated Press. Sorry.
How about this? And Molly, you wore that yesterday. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. You wore something like it. So funny.
Oh, I'm mistaken.
That was fights.
Molly. That was last night, Molly. You had something different. We went to dinner last night. Nobody knows about that. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I'm playing.
There you go.
I'm playing.
There it is.
Playing. We're all just making up fake scenarios.
P. Diddy to Stephen A. Smith to.
I wonder if P. Diddy ever did.
I have a lot of favorites. I don't want to turn you into an impressionist.
No, we got to give him a rest after this one, then we'll come back.
Give him a rest.
And don't worry, Jay. This will be the last time you ever have to do these impressions for anyone. We will milk you, and then because it's too hard when I read these in your prep, and I'm like, God dang it, I don't want to, but we have to ask him. But also, Gilbert Gottfried's character in Aladdin, is that what you said you did early on?
That was my first impression. That was my first impression was Gilbert Gottfried, Iago.
What was he?
Aladdin. It was the parrot.
Parrot or something?
Yeah. I used that to get attention back when I was 6. That's what I used.
6 and it works probably, right?
So 6 years old, you see Aladdin, and then you get a Gilbert Gottfried.
You go to the playground. Oh, it's a killer, dude. I remember Gilbert Gottfried doing like I don't really do him, but you go to a party and they just have a block of cheese. And, I'm hungry and everyone's around the cheese and there's crackers and it's a lot of it's eaten already. And I'm like, well, I thought he was so funny. I lived with him for a month.
My favorite, rest in peace, my favorite Gilbert Gottfried joke was, if masturbation was a crime, I'd be on death row. I was like,
And what about him as an impressionist? Like he'd turn around and come back, and I don't know, he'd do Rodney Dangerfield there.
Oh, he did?
Or he'd do Bela Lugosi or Vincent Price. He would just do these impressions, and they were kind of good, but they were just very Gilbert.
And then I like how he always rubs his face at the end of it. If he doesn't know how it's going to go, he just rubs his face. He's like trying to rub off the shame. That's a good one.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, man. He was
another SNL alum. Yep.
We here. Well. Oh, did you guys get you guys got your invites, right? You guys got the invite. You guys got them already. I got 3.
I'm your +1, Jay. Oh, no, you did not.
I really did get 3. I was like, oh, snap.
What?
Yeah. Oh, they sent it 3 times.
What are we talking about?
50th.
Oh, 50th. They sent it 3 times?
Yeah.
Mine didn't have a +1. It was really, I don't know what to say to my
They
wife.
said, Dana, I want you to barely come. You're barely 1. That's it.
You'll be in the spillover room, the 3rd one.
Oh,
There's
my
3
God.
spillovers.
Yeah.
You and Victoria Jackson and John Lovitz will be in the 3rd.
Jesus Christ. I was going to say.
We have everybody coming, even Robert Downey Jr. A lot of people don't even know he was on the show for a long time, but for 1 year, y'all. And I told him it would never work out. And look at him now. He's Iron Man. It's amazing. It always
It's amazing.
it's Iron Man, and then it's that thing of you get the Academy Award because it's goodwill, and he did Iron Man, and it's like a really good
He's
career.
forgiven.
Yeah. He's done a couple of things over the last years, that have impressed the public and general populace, but
he does a serious movie, then Iron Man, then a serious movie, then another Iron Man.
Yeah, I looked at him and said, Robert, are you just going to reprise your role of Tony Stark? And he surprised me by winning an Oscar. I didn't think he was going to do it, but he did. My little baby.
Surprises.
My little baby.
And now he's doing Volcano Man. He's getting like 60 million to play the human volcano.
That's funny, Volcano Man. A guy just throws up on you. It's all hot, super hot.
Lava just your skin just comes off, and it looks like Raiders of the Lost Ark. Yeah, that's
funny.
Great.
Let's do that on SNL. Volcano Man. Absolutely.
Oh my God! I've got an app that says Volcano Man's about to blow. What about the spillover room at SNL? That's the scary part. Like if they go, I'm sorry, you're this way, Mr. Spade. And then you're like in a room and you see like some vague famous faces. You're like, wait a second, where is everybody? And they're like, because we talked to someone on this podcast and they were like, we never saw you. I never saw you at the 40th. And we're like, oh my God, were you in the spillover room? And they're like, I guess there was really no one.
Spillover room.
So
Don't
gross.
invite someone if they're not in the stands. Just say, but the spillover room is
Dude, the spillover room is going to be Madison Square Garden because there's so many cast members on the 50th.
Oh my God.
6 years of my life, and I'm in the spillover room.
I just wonder. I really wonder, does everybody get an invite back to it? Because I didn't see everybody at the 40th. So, I was there on the show at the time. So I'm just wondering. I mean, I don't know.
You had a baked in invite because you were there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, baked in invite to watch. And they sat me and Michael Che all the way at the end on the side where the camera couldn't see us. That was
couldn't
crazy.
Get you farther away.
Couldn't get us farther away. But hey,
wow.
We were in the building.
Yep.
You were in the building. That can never take that
room.
Away.
1 inch from one person away from the spillover room.
And now look at Michael Che now running weekend update.
Mm-hmm.
Michael, where are we sitting this time?
That's
where
right.
are we sitting?
They actually have a new area too. I just got a text.
Oh, what is
it?
They
call it. I know this is just cruel, but I think it's sort of pithy. It's called the loser tent. And it's behind the spillover room.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord!
The loser tent,
dude. Last year I had to read just to get into the spillover tent.
Well, I hope 6 seasons or 5. I hope 5 seasons plus don't have to go over there. I'm just hoping,
I mean, it'll help, but no promises.
We'll put you between Paul Rudd and Michael Che. It's it's the past meets the future meets Ant-Man.
I guess the host would usurp the cast, right? The famouser host get front row.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess.
Well, it was. Yeah, it's a wax museum. Last time when I looked out there, it was just.
Well, I think it's a concert too, so that's going to be more fun.
But who's going to come? Who's going to come? Who they going to have? I wonder who they're going to have perform because they had Prince. They had Prince perform last time.
I would like Prince to go on before 4 a.m. I don't think he'll go on this time, but last time at the 40th, you probably stayed for that. I bounced at 2:30, and they're like, "Oh, you missed everything." I go, "Well, I mean, guys, it's 2:30. Let's make some moves here."
When did the greatest of all time, potentially just guitar player, forget everything else, I like a certifiable genius, just putting that in there because it makes me feel good. Right. You guys have obviously seen While My Guitar Gently Weeps, where Prince comes in. It's like 300 million views. Yeah. It's just one of the most masterful guitar. But what time, when
did he go on?
This is 10 years ago, folks. But when did Prince go on? Because I think I walked out at 4:10 and then did I miss it? Was it?
I walked out and high-fived. He's coming in. I go, give him hell, guy. I got to get out of here.
He came on at 4:30, and then after the end of his performance, he made us all breakfast. It was amazing.
Oh, he had a buffet. He goes, just yell him out, guys. Cooking it up.
Just a crate. He just had I was so
Omelet.
he gave
Get the omelet. Sorry, it was him cooking breakfast. That's all I got.
Let's go, crepey.
You got to go. I want you to sing it.
Oh, you
Go
do.
ahead.
I was about to say, you don't have to be a vegan.
That's what I was trying.
Eat my sausage.
Oh no, let's go.
Oh no. I don't know. That ain't one of my main ones. It's one of the ones, the microwavable ones that I do. So,
you can do a little snack pack version.
Little handy snack version of Prince.
It works.
Yeah.
Works.
Kiss is a great song that's also funny. Sometimes great songs are actually funny, but that falsetto rhythm and
you know, there's a new dude. There's a new guy. He's from his name's Tommy Richmond, and he's from the 703. He's from Virginia, and he's got that song. Said baby, take the law. Said baby. You probably heard it on TikTok videos. You gotta make it $1 million, baby. Yeah, okay. I'm the millennial here. I feel alone, and I'm bailing out.
Yeah, Jay. Are you?
Well, no. Are you saying he's influenced by Prince? Is that
I would say, yeah. There's definitely some similarity there, just with the vocals. You know, they're really high pitched and really what is it called? Groovy. He's got groovy, high pitched vocals. So I like it. I'm just saying they sound similar. It's clear that Prince has a lot of sons, and Tommy Richmond is one. You know,
I told you this, Dana, but I don't know if it was the 40th, but one time when I was just back in New York, it might have been that weekend, but I went out with Chris Rock, and he takes me out, and of course
he picks you up.
He does fun stuff because he's like, okay, we're gonna go here, and then we go there, and it's super fun. Then he goes, okay, we're going home, and he goes, oh, he just gets like an alert, beep beep. You want to go see Prince right now? I said, oh, okay. So then we drive to some nowhere spot, and they let us through all this shit, and then it's a front section, and the front section is about 10 people with Michael Jordan in it. I think this is it. Yeah, and he's like, he's kind of grooving, and I'm like, I couldn't not watch Michael Jordan. Who am I going to look at, Prince or Michael Jordan? It's too cool. And so I try to dance, and they were all like, Chris, why is he here? Why did you bring him? And I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm one of the cool guys. Watch this shit. And then I sort of got into it. And then Chris is like, you should probably go. And I go, yeah, for sure.
He didn't let you stay for Black Hour? He didn't let you stay for that? That's crazy.
I kept saying, he's not doing any ones I know.
What happens in Black Hour? I just want to know.
Yeah.
Oh, I wouldn't know, because I'm not up that late. I've never been up that late with Chris Rock. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, but I'm just saying that Black Hour, what it's been rumored to have is a lot of blackness. I'll tell you that.
Well,
it's just
Chris
a lot of blackness. Ooh. Yeah, man. Chris is on it. I will give it. Listen, I love the fact that Chris always does incorporate, and Sandler's the same way, but y'all always incorporate. You too, Dana. You do it too. Y'all incorporate y'all's friends, man, into movies, and I felt like even Chris paid it forward to my generation, because he put me in top 5. He didn't have to do that. I got that.
Right. That was a great movie. Mm-hmm.
I had about 2 minutes on the screen there. That was cool. But it was fun, man. That was a great experience. And Chris Rock is a man of his word. That's why he is gold.
He's pretty sane for showbiz. Like, I think one of the things about Chris is got a good head on his shoulders, not a druggie, not a big drinker. He's just always thinking, always grinding, trying to get something going. So puts it in, man. When he does the road. I mean, it's clubs for a while, then he does the tour, and then he ends with the special, but it's not that fun. It's fucking hard, and he still grinds it out.
Maybe Jay would find this funny. Like with this podcast, we were at the Comedy Store, David and I, as guests, and we're going to watch Chris's special live.
I saw it.
Oh, yeah. And then we're going to have a discussion. And I've never felt wider in my life. Spade's next to me. I'm hanging out with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar all night, quizzing him about just so much fun, saying, did you have a peer in the NBA? A peer? He goes, Well, no, once Will left, no, it didn't really. It's just that kind of fun. But
yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. When I saw it, I said, okay. I was like, he got his white friends. That's cool.
I don't know, but it was his idea. I think, Jay, I don't think I would have done that if it wasn't right from him. And he said it once about 2 months before, and I said, I don't know if we would be good at that. I said, I don't know. I said, listen, I'd do anything for you if you want me to do it, but he wanted to make it more of a big event. And then Netflix, they were all like brainstorming what ways to do a live show and keep it fun, more of a thing. And we did. It wasn't bad. It was just, he's the shit, just watching him, what's there to say really? And then afterwards, we were supposed to summarize it.
Y'all did great. I mean, I know Chappelle was at home like, why the fuck they didn't call me, son? I was waiting for the call. It never happened. I don't know why. I was available, nigga. I was there, nigga. I could have been there, son. Could have been there. But they didn't pick me. It's all good. I'll be working on my 17th Netflix special next year. It's called Did he do it? Oh, come on. I'm just joking.
Nice. You don't hear
think
Chappelle.
that Chappelle just called in.
You're able to make yourself a smoker, basically. You got that. I don't know if you are, but you got that.
Thank you, Bill Maher. Thank you so much, Bill. It's all.
Oh, the smoke really helped you on that. The ganja.
Yeah.
By the way, when I did Bill Maher, I'm like, I cannot start with your weed. I haven't smoked in a long time, and I'm not jumping ahead to this vortex. So I just drank Tito's. But it's a good scam because it gets you off guard a little bit, because when I'm baked, forget it. And if I'm at least drunk, I sound kind of stupid and I go on and on, but it's within the realm of some thought. But forget it. If it's strong weed,
there's a bit of lucidness with some tequila. With weed, you just stuck. You're just trying to put together sentences, and you can't. I was struggling. I'm just letting you know. The struggle was real for me on that goddamn show. Just let you know.
And the second you catch yourself going, oh wait, I'm fucking wasted, and you go, I gotta pull out of this and try to be normal. It's so hard. It's scary, actually.
Yeah, and then everybody's watching you too. But whatever. You're a human being, man. Weed shops now, like, they look like Apple stores. They remember they just look like Apple stores now. It's so weird. It's so weird now how the world has changed. Thanks, Gen Z. It's so weird how the world has changed, bro.
Well, we used to have Maui Zowie. This is in the late 70s.
Maui Wowie.
And you take a hit or pass it around. Now I see Bill on the Zoom and other people, modern pot smoking is a giant, like a cigar size joint, and really smoking it by yourself, like multiple hits. Yeah. Okay. And then more hits. I mean, the fact that you got through it, but can I do my one marijuana bit for you?
Yeah,
sure.
What? Spade's heard this one since we're on the topic. Why do people after they take a hit continue to talk? So anyway, like my dad, he never really came to any of my games,
That's kind of a simple one, but it's fucking funny, actually.
It's so simple.
I can't believe no one's that's so good.
So
you can have it. Yeah. So
thanks, Dana.
We should start an ayahuasca podcast. Just throw up and then interview people. Everyone knows ayahuasca.
Wait,
start one.
Please, and have what is it? Westbrook. Have Will Smith's company. Have Will Smith's company. I don't know, or have Will Smith in the building too. I don't know.
Does he do it?
Yeah, he's big on ayahuasca, bro. Have you all done it? No. I've heard about it. I've never tried it before, but I've heard that it opens up portals in butts. That's what I've heard.
Yeah. Ron White, I think, was the one who went on and really got into detail.
Really?
You either got the shits or you throw up, Yeah. I got the shit.
When I went to Puffy's, they offered me that. They said, it'll really open up your portals. And I go, sir, I don't know if that's what I want right now.
Sir, like a submarine captain?
Yeah, because Puffy
goes, open up your portals, private.
Here's some baby oil, and the portals will be open soon.
There we go.
We're back. We're back
to Puffy.
Back to
P. It's our running bit. Yeah.
Permission to open your portals, sir.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, ayahuasca is not on my list. but people really like it. But I feel like people are always trying to figure out life and the meaning of life. And I think just one more thing, like maybe this will make things make sense for me. So I
Fix
get
me.
that. Yeah. Fix me, fix how I look at the world, or wake me up, or I don't know, but it's always a strug. This is a heavy podcast.
This is going to turn very heavy.
This is heavy,
F
Jay.
that. No, F that. We could switch it. We could talk about the fact that you got people who are marrying themselves and getting divorces. That's wild.
Yeah, that's true.
How the hell you can't deal with yourself? How the hell you expect me to deal with you if you can't deal with your goddamn stuff? That don't make no damn sense to me, Tiffany Haddish. I just don't understand.
I knew I heard that voice. She was on the podcast a couple weeks ago. I knew. Yeah.
Did she marry herself?
He snuck up. She married herself, right?
She married herself. Yeah, she married herself and decided that it was over. I'm like,
it's too much.
Jesus
I couldn't marry
Lord.
me.
I don't know. Hey, in the words of NLE Chopper, which I'm pretty sure you guys don't know who the hell it is. If I was a bad chick, I would want to off me too. That's literally a song. If I was a bad bitch, I would want to off me too. I would want to suck me too. Nothing freaky that I wouldn't do. Yes, these are the kids now. I'm a kid, but I'm calling them kids. I'm a big kid. They're little kids.
Right.
And they're just so salacious and nasty. I didn't know what a gooch was. I didn't know what a gooch was. I know what it is now. It's the gooch is your taint. Your taint, that's your gooch.
Taint's finally getting some attention. Jesus, it's taking this long.
And it's been
they're going everywhere.
And as soon as the rights were realized by America, they switched the name to Gooch. So now it's a gooch. Is
that right, Ed? A gooch.
I did not know that. You know what they're calling the taint now, Ed? It's called a gooch. Is that weird?
Hey, old gooch.
Tickle my gooch, Johnny, right during the commercial, yes.
Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on, Johnny. Hold on, Johnny. We can talk about this now. Nah, I'll be honest with you. I don't know if I've ever had. I know some bad women that would probably love to like lick up on my gooch.
Eddie Murphy, I got you. Well, Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
How was Beverly Hills Cop 4? Did you see it yet or no?
No, I saw it. I thought it was. You asked me as Eddie Murphy or Eddie? Hey,
no, man, just how was it as you?
Okay. Nah, I thought it was. I thought it was good. It was fun, man. It was nostalgic, but it still had a new flair to it. It was dope seeing his daughter in it. Also, her husband was in it. And my boy Afion Crockett got a little bit of shine in that movie. But I think it was. I think they did a good job, man. I feel like it was good. Now,
yeah, I never heard anything bad about it. I mean, I've heard it was funny, and to do a fourth one is tough. It's a big job, but
yeah,
it works,
man.
it works.
It's got a great theme song. Once you hear that, you're triggered in a good way. Yeah. Dun, 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 dun. And then you see Eddie Murphy walking down. You're just in. It's like comedies. I mean, everyone on the podcast mentions David's Joe Dirt movie. Just 90s comedies that are fun.
Can I tell you something? David? That is one of my favorite movies when the
there you go.
It was when the porta potty gets knocked over. Oh my gosh. It's just, I don't know. There was so many
Let's not give the whole movie away.
That was the best scene. No reason to see it now.
Spoiler.
No reason to see the film.
It's so, dude, you in a freaking mullet, and the innocence that character had. You were just rooting for him the whole time, man.
I have to say. Partially the reason it worked, I thought, Dana, was I was always playing so sarcastic in every movie and every show. And out of the blue, no one expects to be a nice, genuine guy that actually is bullied and pushed around and trying to make his way through life. And then people are like, I think more people got hit like out of the blue going, oh, I kind of relate to this guy getting shit on the whole time and then trying to still get through. And so, not to sound heavy, but there is a tinge of that. Other than it's just a goofy movie. Yeah. But thank you, bud. I like to hear that.
Yeah, brother. Y'all are both legends, man. I grew up watching y'all, which is crazy to be up here right now conversing as we look like we're about to go on a R&B tour with these black shirts. Yeah. I don't know who would be who's Michael Jackson. Who would be Michael Jackson if we all did an R&B tour? I don't know. It would be
it'd be you.
I think it's you. Yeah.
Think it's me? Think I'm the Michael Jackson?
Well, you could move, right? I mean, you could move like Michael a little bit.
I mean, I could do a moonwalk. It's more like a moon slide. It ain't really a walk. It's more like a slide or the moon. I can't.
Shuffle?
No, F that. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. The weed is still hitting me. I think you can
sing.
Yeah.
I think you could sing more than I could. Maybe Dana can sing too.
But you all are closer in skin tone.
Yeah, it's true. I'm probably the whitest of all three of us, so I might win this one. I can win the latest Michael Jackson.
Bill Maher just texted me and he said the weed I gave Jay was called 5 Day.
Are you serious?
So no, I just made that up, but
that sounds good.
I believed it. Dana. Really? You could be a politician.
Really?
You could be a politician, old boy.
Oh, please, people.
Jay, I've got some bad news. I wasn't going to tell you to the end of the podcast.
Okay, lay it on us.
My shirt's green.
Oh, snap.
Your wall.
Wow, I'm colorblind. That's crazy.
I didn't want to be a fucking comedy killer, so I just played it out. But I think we got all the juice out of it. Yeah.
It doesn't. I mean, it does. It looks black. It looks black.
I know. Listen. I go. Dana usually wears a black shirt, so it's on me to really mix it up and really pop and really try new things. But I go, here's a green shirt. Then I got on this morning. I go, I think it's black. Is this black or green? Then I go,
it's dark green.
And then who knew you'd wear a black t-shirt? Then everything, they really flipped over the apple cart. I'll tell you that.
Michael Che
we weren't ready
was on this podcast a couple of weeks ago and he goes,
oh yeah, I don't know.
He saw my black t-shirt and he goes, yeah, white stand up in a black t-shirt. And it's like, just a thing, you know, it's like George Carlin or something.
He said that's a thing.
He says it's a thing, you know. I mean, I
never heard of that.
I'm going to wear blue on the next podcast.
I think Shane Gillis always says black. I think Theo wears a black t-shirt. So maybe there is something to this.
I do.
Yeah. But we definitely should go out.
It's more lazy than anything.
Theater. Let's go to Largo and call ourselves the Coconuts and just do take suggestions from the audience. Hi, hello, we're the Coconuts, and just take, cop at a McDonald's or whatever, and then we riff.
We go, we're going to riff off this. We're going to hand out this list of pre-written suggestions. Just read something off that.
And they call it stock prov. I used to open for improv groups. And then the next night they go movie style. And the audience, someone would yell, Woody Allen. Then they'd all go, yeah, you. It was like that. That's not improv. That's repeating.
I like stock prov. I could do that.
You never heard of that? Stock prov?
No, I love
stock prov.
Stock prov. So we should talk about your 6 years on SNL. Are you? What's the first word that pops in your head? I'll be.
Yeah. What do you think?
Barbara Walt. I'll be Oprah. People. First word.
The first word that pops in my head when I think about my 6 seasons of SNL.
Mm-hmm. First couple words.
Let's see here. Life, life changing, man. I used to work at Burlington Coat Factory. So shoot.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
I love it.
It was either do sketches or do layaways. I think I made the right decision.
I like layaways. I like that people are always shocked that someone famous did something before. You're like, well, no shit. I'm just trying to do anything to get in. They're like, you stayed in a Marriott? Someone asked me once, I go, I would die to stay in a Marriott my whole. I mean, what are you talking about? Like,
they think we live here and we went to some kind of kiosk by the beach. Excuse me, could I get a ticket for 6 years on Saturday Night Live, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I really appreciate it.
It was a whirlwind. It was a whirlwind. And listen, every job has its ups, every job has its downs. But the ups are ups. And that's what you really got to focus on, man. And luckily I'm still out here and I'm getting invitations. I'm getting invitations to the 50th. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, that's a miracle. There's so many people that I won't be shocked if anyone doesn't get one because it's just too many. So we're doing good. We all got that email. I framed my email. Yeah. I framed actually the whole computer.
I laminated my computer. That's what I did. I just laminated
that's a good idea. And just wear that.
just on my neck, just real.
Bling it, yeah.
so
maybe
50,
just an iPad size. Check this shit out, guys. You get that shit? Yeah, I agree with you that when you go into SNL, like, there's definitely people. I bet you every day someone knows you from SNL.
Yep, that is not
absolutely.
Man, even if not on the street, I'll see a email, or I'll see a direct
Instagram
message or whatever it is. And I mean, that place is an institution, man. And I was 22 when I got that show, so that was crazy. It was a little baby.
How long you been off? 10 years?
I have been.
No.
It's been 8 actually. It's been 8 years. Whoa, wait a minute now.
Wait, hold on.
No, 8 years. 8 years. I've been off for 8 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
8 years.
Every year, there's a new ex-SNL cast member that is out back into. Kate McGinnon used to be on SNL. Like, at some point, you join us as Tracy Morgan just calls me a lump when I run into him.
He calls you a lump. He calls a lump.
I like a lump better.
Hey, because Joe Dana Carvey's nothing but a lump. That's all he is. He's just a lump. Lumpy Carvey. I call him Lumpy Carvey.
Say it this way. The first thing he ever said to me, it doesn't get any easier, Mr. D, in a very low key fashion when I met him. Does not get any easier, Mr. D. I think he had a fight with his wife at the time.
So you mean getting off of SNL and going into real show business out in the real world?
That's when he was just on the show. He was kind of, just sort of
musing.
I just remembered that.
I think he's talking about the workload and everything. And Tracy gives advice. He gave me advice. He said, you need to give them all, you need to buy them all White Castle burgers. That's what I used to do. I used to give them Dookie burgers all the time.
Who's he talking about? The cast or crew?
The writers, right?
Anybody.
Y'all think aliens exist?
I like him moving his head.
How you know? You never seen one. What about dinosaurs? You ain't seen dinosaurs either.
He leans back.
I told my grandmother about dinosaurs. She said, shut up, boy. You ain't never seen one.
I like when I do a joke, I go like this. He goes back.
That's great.
That's better.
You ain't never seen one. Yeah,
that's
man.
true. I haven't seen a dinosaur.
We're seeing a lot of act outs from Jay.
I like it. I know it's a ripoff. This is not video, Jay. And
he's moving in and out of the frame, taking on these characters.
High quality bits.
Yo,
high quality riffing.
Are you kidding me? I thought that this was. I've been putting out all this extra energy, and this is only audio. Oh
no,
man!
But you know what? Maybe we tape it. We give you a clip. You know what? This guy's a good guy. Give him a clip.
I think so. Please.
Well, fuck. I was even thinking before it started. I go, God, maybe we can clip him, even though I look like fuck pie. But we should clip him because everything he says.
We could wait a month, and if you feel like it, you can zoom in on our other podcast.
Oh yeah,
Superfly, where we just do whatever we want.
Recreate.
We do what we're doing now, and then it's on video.
God, look at this.
We'd love to have you.
Sure.
I saw you do Trump. Give me a little Trump.
Man.
Do you do Trump? Oh my God.
Yeah. They're eating your cats and your dogs. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the pets. They're literally turning your puppies into hush puppies. That's what they're doing. You know what? You want to know something I noticed? Him and Lauren both do this. They both suck the air through the teeth. You ever seen Lauren look at his when he's looking at his phone and you're in the elevator with him? He's looking down. He's like, yeah. He does that. Like Trump does the same thing. It's like they got. It's like they ate some hot food.
Yeah,
like
they hot food and sucking it through a straw. Yeah,
they're trying to cool it off. And Trump's, yes. I was at a barbecue. I got invited to the barbecue with many African Americans. They absolutely love me. They do. Tell you what I brought to this barbecue. Actually, I brought the potato salad, and guess what? There were no raisins whatsoever in the potato salad.
Whatsoever. I like that little part. That's good. He's kind of thinking maybe during that. He's kind of getting ready for his next thought, what he's going to say. He loves to riff.
he doesn't want to stop talking, so he forces himself to do that fit in that breath, because like that's when he can't talk for like a second.
By the way, no one's giving him the light at those rallies because
nobody's giving him the light.
He's literally like, "What else is going on?" I'm like, "This is like when I follow guys and they ran the light by 10 minutes and they're like, what's going on in the front row?" I'm like, no, nothing. Get off. You're done.
Anytime you start giving shout outs, you run out of material. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Give it up for the ladies.
We're getting rid.
Oh, yeah.
We're getting rid of the communists and the fascists and the Marxists. We're getting rid of the dog catchers and the acrobats, the librarians. They all got to go. We're going to get rid of them. Sorry.
No, that's good. That's dope. The librarians, the library, the books are filled with knowledge that doesn't make sense. It absolutely doesn't make sense.
Have you tried Biden?
Yeah. You know, it's holy hell. Hey, my keys were right here. They were right here in front of me. And now I can't find them. Where are the keys? Kamala, have you seen my keys? Okay. They've got to be somewhere. I timed out for 10 seconds, but I'm back. He's freezing.
I like when he freezes.
Yeah. I'm like,
that was good. You froze.
Yeah, he's buffering. That's what's happening, man. We need to check. We need to see what percentage he's on. He's buffering. That's 76%. He's still loading up. We need to check. He needs a fast charger. Stick a fast charger in his ass. Just use Diddy's baby oil. It'll work. Trust me. We'll see.
Oh my God, Diddy's baby oil made another appearance.
We got a theme, man. We got a theme for this podcast.
Fall back.
He does. I like when Joe just stares off, and it's like you're watching a Zoom, and he froze. You're like, "Is it me?" It looks like he's not moving. Yeah. What's going? And then he goes, "Yeah." And you go, "Oh, you're out of it." Yeah. You go, "You froze like that." Okay.
It looks like
what? Guess what? And by the way, the fact of the matter is, let's get real. I'm not kidding around. Come on, I can do it better than you can. And do the rubber thing. It's a big bug guy. Guess I wrote the bill. You know, the whisper, and then he screams. Yeah. That's a good look.
He definitely whispers and screams, but when this face that he's given, he's thinking about, it's like he's thinking about all the racist things that have happened over the last 400 years. That's what he's doing, and he's trying to be cool with it. I can't believe that happened. I'm sorry. I didn't mean for that to happen. But by the way, if you don't vote for Joe, you ain't black. That was racist. Damn it, Joe. You got to watch your tongue. But it's cool.
Yeah.
You're on the Breakfast Club with Charlemagne. How you doing, Charlemagne? I love Charlemagne.
I like charlatan.
Charlatan to God. Charlatan to God. Vote for me. All right.
Bring that fucking corn pop in here.
That's what we got to do.
He feels bad for beating Corn Pop's ass.
Say what?
He feels bad because he beat up Corn Pop when he was a kid. Remember, he goes, Corn Pop came to me in school. I fucking knocked his ass out.
Tried to knock me over with a chain.
He talked about a guy he used to beat up, and it's like, no one can find him, sir. This story sounds a little fictitious.
Took him out behind a woodshed, beat the hell out of him. Can I do my one Obama bit for Jay?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Okay. This is Obama touring around and using nursery rhymes to educate fourth graders. All right, let's start. Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jill looked at Jack, and Jack looked at Jill, and Jill looked at Jack, and Jill said, "I'd like to be a Jack too." So Jack and Jack came down the hill. It's a teachable moment.
It's a teachable moment, is that what you said?
Yeah, nursery rhymes. You can run with it. Nursery rhymes.
And the thought, how progressive that joke was. I love the contemporary sense of the joke. I would Jill and Jill. You said Jack and Jack came down because Jill changed. Yeah. That's brilliant, man. That was brilliant. See, Obama just told me that I was just being too uptight on the show and I needed to relax. I said, well, ain't got nothing to do with me. If it was my choice, I had this character called Choco Obama way before. That was the first idea I had brought to SNL, was Choco Obama.
Can we hear it?
Oh yeah. Everybody's stressing me the hell out because it's really just Obama's subconscious. It is literally everything I want to say. Don't think it's not going to get thick up in here if you keep talking to me like that. Because what I will do, these paws are deadly. That's right. 1, 2, baby. And if one goes out, the other one's going to knock your punk ass out. And that's what's going to happen. Because I'm tired of you talking trash. I'm sick of hearing it. And I've been reserved for too long. Now I'm busted out. Break out. And if I break out, I'm going to kick your ass. And there's nothing else you can do about it. Because I'm from Chicago, baby. And I know how to box. And if not, I know Mike Tyson. He'll come out and knock your ass out too. Because I can pay people to get the job done. It was just
that would have been. That could, we did Reagan Mastermind in the 80s with Phil Hartman, where he was a doddering old man, and then the guest would leave, and then he was brilliant. So that would have been great. That Obama's very contained and, polite and gentle. We'll see you all later. And then behind the scenes, it's like,
That's great. You got to do one more. I know we got you a little longer, but I have to request one.
Fast. With Jay Farrell, a podcast goes by fast.
Because he's fucking funny. Denzel Washington. I don't know any way you want to try.
Okay, can I first of all say that there's certain impressions people do, and your Denzel is in the magic category. Like it's not an easy one, and well, anyway, just do it. But it's in the magic. I mean, Frank Caliendo doing
Madden.
Madden, or
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, he wound down on that. There's certain ones, Kevin Pollak doing William Shatner. But you're Denzel, and you have so many impressions. But anyway, here we are with the great, one of the greatest actors of all time, Mr. Denzel Washington. How are you, sir?
The face is good too already.
Well, I feel amazing this morning because life is good. I woke up. I don't have any video footage. I have to take that mansion. I got to bring that back. Why do I have to bring it back? Because we keep on talking about it. You know why? Because it's fresh material, right? Huh? I feel good. But I tell you this, if I don't win an Oscar for doing Gladiator 2, I'm walking out with something. I'm leaving with something. That's right. And it might be somebody's mom or wife. That's right. Huh? Okay. Pauletta gave me a hall pass. Okay. And if I get that hall pass, I'm going to smack your mama's ass. That's right. Yeah. All right. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. My G. That's what it is. Yeah. That's what it is. Right. I met Denzel. When he saw me, he was just like, oh, yeah, you owe me a lot of money, Negro. You know that, right? You owe me a lot of money. Oh, that's right. I'm keeping you hot. And you're a lot taller than I thought you were, too. You're tall, Pharaoh, and you got an arm on you, right? Yeah, you've been working out.
What a stud.
Yeah.
God, I love Denzel. You got to see him? How cool. I never see that guy.
It was at the AFI Lifetime Achievement Award. He was there, he was being honored. And that was great. And I asked him if I could take a picture with him. I was like, yo, can I take a picture with you? And I kept the first time I asked, he turned around because Chris Tucker, this is a real story. I'm not making this up. Chris Tucker said, hey, man, come here, Denzel. Come here, man. Take a picture of my son, man. Come on. I'm looking like, God dang, I was like, come on, Chris. I went up to him after. I said, man, I was trying to take. He said, man, go over there and talk to him, man. He'll take a picture with you, man. He cool, lady. He real cool, man. He blood type peanut butter, man. He real smooth, man. He's smooth. So I walked up to him and I said, Denzel, can I take a picture with you? He was like, yeah, you can take a picture if you can bend down. I'll take a picture with you because he was sitting. And I said, for you, Denzel, I said, hey, I'm not going to bend over for nobody, but I will bend down for you, Denzel. So you see me in the picture squatted down like
Crouched
this.
down.
And Denzel's just got the face. And he ain't even smiling. He looked like he was just like, I wish they could see this.
I know. That's a good one.
He just had the lips. So, yeah, man.
Yeah. I know that look. Yeah.
He's great.
Denzel's one of those ones, man. Yeah.
He doesn't chase it. He's kind of mysterious still. He's an actual real movie star in this
I love he's in
that
Gladiator. That really ups Gladiator. I'm telling
you
you.
have to see the movie anyway because the first one was brilliant. And of course, with Denzel, he's going to be amazing because he doesn't know how to do anything else.
Does he ever host or he never hosted? Right?
Nah, he's never hosted. Will Smith has never hosted.
Weird. Will hasn't.
Yeah, maybe
straight comedy guy.
Maybe
he must have been invited at some point.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Sure. Because he's Will Smith.
Well, Will has always got the invite. He can always come in.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, he comes at his own. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, he's just a free spirit. Whenever he wants to show up, we'll have a hot seat waiting for him. With a hot hour and 30 of material. We're ready. Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
15 sketches made to order.
You'll find that we're nice to our hosts. We take care of you. I haven't finished talking, so just wait a moment. Would you like some popcorn?
How long did you wait to meet Lauren, Jay? Do you remember?
How long did it take me?
When you're outside the office and they go, Lauren wants to see you right now. That means 2 hours.
It was about, exactly. Yeah, it was a while. It had to be at least, it was 2 to 3 hours for me. I remember that. I didn't care. I was sweating under my pits and all types of stuff. I didn't care, man. This is freaking Lorne Michaels. I walk in and I meet him and we're talking. And I'm trying not to come off like Donald Glover because I heard about the stories with him. And then 3 weeks later, I got the job, man. First time. That's crazy.
22. Eddie was 19. Was anyone else younger than 22 to get
Pete Davidson was 20. And I think Robert Downey Jr. might have been 20 years old as well. You know what I mean?
Louise.
Yeah.
I was 47 when I got the phone.
Yeah, you're 100. I'm 100 right now, so.
I'm 94, but I have Eastwood's dermatologist, so,
Eastwood.
Well,
Jay, thank you, brother, and I appreciate you sitting with us. You're always funny.
You're always out there. You're doing dates and stand-up.
What's
stuff like
that. You do dates, and then what's the show you're on right now? I see the promotions for.
I got a quiz. Well, my game show. I'm right on. I'm on Fox with you, David. I'm on Fox with you, man.
Oh yeah, what is it called? Balls Out or something?
Yeah, I wish it was. It's called the Quiz with Balls. That's what it's called.
The Quiz with Balls. I knew when.
It shocks me when I'm in restaurants and people come up to me. They're like, "Release the balls," and I'm just like, "Oh snap! That's right." I do.
People get the shit knocked out of them. That's the fun part. It's so much fun, and it's such a good melding of genres. You got 2 shows together. You got Family Feud crossed with Wipeout. I mean, you learn stuff and you have fun. And I had been talking to Fox for years trying to figure out something. But when that idea came, I said, this makes sense. Because I looked at Steve Harvey and all his shows that he got, and I've been saying to myself, like, hey, boy, you got to get yourself some of this game show money, boy. You don't even understand. Because there's a lot of people out here that can't host, but you got to be the person that's going to host it like it's supposed to be hosted, boy, because that's what you do, boy. If you get up here in this Ellen circle, boy, you're going to be rich for the rest of your life, boy. That's what's going to happen to you.
Yeah. Steve Harvey made an appearance. That's cool.
I like watching people fall on the show.
No, that's just the mashup sounds brilliant. Family Feud meets
Wipeout, and I also got my special that just dropped that's getting received ubiquitously well, man. Yo, I'm so happy that people are taking to it. I put it on my YouTube. It's up on YouTube. Okay. You can check it out. It's called Jared, which is my actual name. I really will encourage people to comment. You know what I mean? I'll comment back. I'll engage with you, man, because I really just gave it to the fans because I haven't put one out in like 9 years. I haven't shot one in 10 years. So, and I got another one after this that's coming out. There's virtual reality that's already shot. And I'm already I'm almost ready for the next one to shoot as far as another special of mine. So I'm just moving, bro. I feel like I had to get on the road, because when you're on SNL, you're on SNL all the time. You don't get the reps in like you're supposed, like you can with stand-up comedy because you got to be on the show. So, you know, I had time. You feel me? I had time, and what came out, it was a beautiful result, bro. So I just, people just watch it, man. Just give it a look because it's really a special. That's what Chris Rock told me.
YouTube is a great place to put a special because that's where everything ends up. Anyway, I'm on YouTube.
Everybody's
constantly.
house.
Yeah,
absolutely. What Chris Rock say to me? Chris Rock said to me, "You gotta make a special, man. You make a special, right? You gotta make a special, okay? Because if you don't, I didn't do anything good till I was 30, man. Motherfuckers are making normals. You gotta make a special. You know what I mean? So I think it is. I think it's special, man. So
good job.
Jared on YouTube. Jarrod or
Jared. No, that's Gerard. That's Gerard right there.
Jared on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
All right, you got it all cooking, man. Really nice hanging out with you. We'll see you around campus.
Yeah,
we'll see you around campus.
I'm here.
I'll meet you in the spillover room.
We'll sit together and just shit on the whole show.
All three in the fucking spillover room. Oh, it's gonna be fucking horrible.
That'd be great. We'll have each other. We'll do bits back and forth until Prince's hologram is on the stage because he's no longer available. We'll do
His
that.
hologram's in the spillover room. All right, bye, bud.
Okay, take care, Jay. Appreciate it, man.
This has been a presentation of Odyssey. Please follow, subscribe, leave a like, a review, all the stuff. Smash that button, whatever it is, wherever you get your podcasts. Fly on the Wall is executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Jenna Weiss-Berman of Odyssey, and Heather Santoro. The show's lead producer is Greg Holtzman. All right, before I tell you about Jeff Goldblum.
Yes, what do you got?
Before I tell you about Jeff Goldblum, I was just on the road doing this tour and playing these gigs. And the new thing that's going on is that because Corona is not gone, but slowing down, these people that wait in the airport to have you sign stuff. Right. And I sound like an ingrate, but I do love fans. I know you do. And it's fun when people come up.
Count me as a fan.
But when they are just have like these Funko Pops and these posters and things, but they get in the airports when you're on the road. So you get out of your gate and there's 10 people walking with you, and I do one each because I get a little weirded out because they're very aggressive. They're not fans.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna start with that. They're just guys that go, and then I go do one each, and then they don't accept that. They walk you all the way to luggage. I lost a piece of luggage because I was too distracted because they wouldn't leave you alone. And then they walk you to your car. And then they drive to the hotel and wait for you. Anyway, so this sounds like I don't like fans. They're not. They just go sign this, use my pen, this, Corona everywhere. And then they have like a kid with them to go, well, sign one for her. She's your biggest fan. I go, what movie do you like? And she goes, who the fuck are you? I mean, they don't know. You know, they're just like a kid they grab and say, make him sign this. And I've
been in this 40 years and people come up to me and go, my kids really love you. And they're like 7. I'm like, well, what? I mean, what have I done lately?
I know, they go, he's good. They point over there to the, luggage handler. So they didn't know. And then these guys were off. And I lost a piece of luggage because of that. And then something else happened that was really bad. But other than
what it's like.
That's the road.
I know what it's like to be David Spade because when we were doing the gig at the Wiltern with our friend Adam Sandler, I was being driven in a black SUV and I was like, David, Spade. So what I did, I put the window down just a little bit and I flipped him the bird. It goes, David.
And then when they see me, they go, David, where's Adam? He's coming. Adam did the show. He's coming up. And Jeff Goldblum, by the way, was great. Jeff Goldblum,
let's just say,
cool dude.
There's very few modern actors. Like in the olden times, you'd have very quirky voices, me being an impressionist. Jeff Goldblum has like Nicolas Cage or Christopher Walken, he's got a very unique, eccentric.
Bordering on quirky.
Yeah, quirky.
But even when we're talking to him, he's like, and he's listening with his hands.
You are fascinating to me. I'm finding out that you... And he would put his hands near his mouth and kind of move his fingers around. I thought he was trying to interrupt us. Like, do you want to say something, Jeff? And he goes, no, you're fascinating. I just want to listen to you. And he would just move his fingers around his face. Remember that?
He hosted twice. He was doing this interview, by the way, from the Jurassic
Press
Park
junket for Jurassic Dominion World or something?
Or as we call it, Jurassic 15.
Park. This time the dinosaurs are big. I thought that was a great title.
This time, they'll scare the shit out of you.
I knew a guy who used to do a bit about the T-Rex couldn't masturbate. You know, the dinosaur with little tiny arms. And I was like, give me that wiener. That was his closer. The yuck.
The dinosaurs talk. We're going to get you. They have to go somewhere with it.
This time, there's no dinosaurs.
It's just land sharks.
No,
they have to keep upping the ante, and it's like they're smarter than us this time.
Yeah, they have intelligence. Well, I'm afraid I have something to tell you about the dinosaurs.
They get on the elevator, and the elevator operator's a shark. All right. Yeah.
The dinosaurs can talk, and they're poets.
Anyway, the movie's better than that. We saw the movie, and Goldblum is a stud. He did a sketch with me called Carl with a K, where I worked at a video store, and we relive that.
Movie's great. I mean, that's the kind of movie you want to see in the big screen.
Plus, he was in Independence Day, and he was in Jurassic Park. These are huge mega movies.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him if he's ever met Will Smith. Did he meet him on the set?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And did he ever have an impulse to slap Will Smith?
Yeah. Who punched who? I think Jeff Goldblum is 6'12". He's a very tall guy, and which is all that matters in life. I mean, look at Instagram. I'm mad about it.
He's just a great actor, and he'll delve into that on our podcast, just about his technique and just that he wishes he could do everything over again. I thought he was very humble, wants to hang out with us.
Yeah, he wants to hang out. And we will. And we'll stop talking so we can talk over Jeff Goldblum. Here we go.
Yeah, and by the way, just so you all know, he was doing a press junket.
Oh, yeah, it's not a full hour.
And so it was a little bit, we're a little hyperact. Sorry, we're new to this and we're narcissists.
We're not even new anymore. We're just still bad at it.
We've done 200 episodes. We're still learning. No, but it was, the sound was a little iffy on that. And there was a sense that, I was so excited just to talk to Jeff Goldblum. Just got a little hyperbolic. And he'll mention his favorite movies. And you'll hear that list. It's pretty exciting.
It is a long list.
It is a long list. Because Jeff Goldblum's done a lot of sort of a quirky actor,
right,
tall man.
Jeff Goldblum, take it or leave it.
Yes, I've been in the same house for about 37 years.
Can you see the LA Design Center from your house?
Yes, we can see, the red and blue and green buildings. We can see part of Chateau Marmont. Yes,
right.
we can see that new little lot that they just knocked down the bank there at Crescent Heights and Sunset, and those many operations, and now waiting for something to be built there.
I'm getting it.
Yeah.
Jeff, we're in the same neighborhood.
Can I?
Yes.
Can I jump in with a question about the El Pollo Loco there?
Yes.
It's gone.
It's gone.
I've eaten there maybe 2,000 times, and the McDonald's maybe 5,000, and they're both gone.
All the time.
Really shook me.
I've been there about 37 years. I'd never eaten at that McDonald's, and I'd never eaten at that El Pollo Loco. There's now Pinchos Tacos down the block, but I haven't tried them yet.
Mm-hmm.
And, and what's that other place? Taco, Pink Taco.
Pink Taco.
That used to be. Do you remember when Pink Taco used to be
pink?
Wasn't that? Wait a minute. Wasn't that the Saturday Night Live? Wasn't that the place where?
Roxbury?
Yes, that was Roxbury. And before that, it was Imperial Gardens, which was a location used for one scene in Modern Romance with Albert Brooks.
God damn.
Great movie.
And Catherine Harold.
Well, Jeff, you look like a model, and that's because you don't eat where I do.
I want to meet your dermatologist.
Yeah, you look great.
Thank you very much. I'm falling apart. You guys look fantastic.
Thank you, and I really agree. Listen, I went.
You guys are in two separate locations. David, where are you? Where are you?
Just a random undisclosed mansion in behind like Mel's Diner area.
Really?
Yeah. He's 0.09 from me in miles.
Yeah.
09. Hey, do you guys remember, because I love our whole neighborhood, do you remember the Source restaurant, which is now that cantina, which I notice is closed all the time? I don't know what's going to happen with that. And did you ever see that documentary about the Source cult family that was going on all that time while I was eating there?
I remember that.
I heard about it. Dana knows every documentary. Did you see it?
I love documentaries about cults and cult leaders. I'm sure I saw that one.
I do too. Did you see Wild Country?
Loved it. I'm fascinated by people joining cults.
Me too. What's that thing now I see on HBO Max? You see some posters around town. What's it called? Where it's an organization and they and it's about losing weight, where it's a religious thing, and they're losing a lot of weight. There's a person with a big hair who leads it, and it turns out during the episode that I saw a chunk of, they're spanking kids, and they like the idea of spanking kids. Have you seen that?
I haven't, but I've got it on my watch list. I haven't seen that.
It sounds like most of them. Like the one where the guy went and met with the Dalai Lama. Remember that guy? And he has a remember that one? They have all the girls come out and he's like a smooth talker, and then at some point it turns into, guys, I do have to have sex with everybody. It's like, it's so typical, and they should go, okay, it's bad enough you took all my money, but it always goes to sex, and you have to go through me.
The trick is to be so human, like they fart, they eat chocolate, they drive Rolls Royces, and so they go, he's so real, it's almost like a double trick. Like, of course he's not of this world. I don't know. Hey, Jeff, have you ever had cult people follow? Go ahead. I see Jeff pointing. What do you want to say about this?
No, I'm just listening to.
Tell him more
to everything that you're saying. And I was thinking, you guys must love that movie, The Master, which I like a lot. I like P.T. Anderson very much.
Love everything he does. Saw that movie 3 times. Obsessed by it. Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah. I am too.
Yeah.
I think it's brilliant. And There Will Be Blood. And I like Inherent Vice. And I like Phantom Thread. And of course, Boogie Nights and Punch Drunk Love. And I like Licorice Pizza very, very much.
Can I ask you about Phantom Thread?
Yes, sir.
Because you're married. I'm married. David might get
married people.
What do you think the overarching theme of Phantom Thread was? Because that was... Daniel Day-Lewis said, what have we wrought? I mean, he told PTA, like, I can't believe we just made this movie. And the theme of it, about the male-female dynamic.
I wonder, I saw it when it came out. To have this in-depth discussion, I'd want to see it again and study it, because I think it's very deep. What I noticed about that movie, the impression that I got was that, in contrast to some movies that sometimes I'm suspicious of, it talked about a relationship. It depicted a relationship that was in some ways tip of the iceberg, had tip of the iceberg elements that were alluded to, depicted, but that had roots and backstories and underpinnings psychologically that were thoroughly investigated, I thought. I didn't know what they were, but it was for us to figure out, whereas some movies go, hey, we're vague. Here we'll allude to something, but we don't actually know what's going on. That was my impression, that he is very, very brilliant and entirely thorough.
And it seemed like in the male-female dynamic, there is kind of like, you sort of want your spouse to kill you in a way, and you want to kill them. And that's part of the romance of it or something. Because he wanted to be poisoned by his wife. He clearly enjoyed, and she liked him being helpless. It's very interesting.
Well, did you remember Boxing Helena?
Yeah.
Ooh. So that has nothing to do with this, but I remember I've heard him talk about, because I
Just
like all things about behind the scenes and directors talking. He said that he and Maya Rudolph,
his wife,
were at home during one cycle where he got the flu or something.
Yeah.
And he thought she was in her attention to him particularly caring. And I think that it triggered this story, he said, as I remember, whereby, hey, I like this idea of being
docile and weak and
vulnerable, vulnerable.
Yeah.
It brings out something is going on. I love that actress. Daniel Day-Lewis was great in that, but I love that actress who was in it.
Yeah.
We could talk about that forever, or a million things. I'm so happy to see you guys. I really am excited to talk to you.
Let's get back to the happy to see us part, because Jeff, first of all, Jeff, you sound like you have such a cool voice. You sound like an impression because people do it, and you have such a good voice. I like that. And you're 6'4". You don't have to do anything. I don't even know why you got into acting. You already won.
So women love Jeff.
Women are into tall guys, and now I hate it because they always secretly were, and now it's on Instagram. Like, we need tall guys, and they rule the world. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, I got enough going against me. I can't help. Anyway, that's not Jeff's fault.
Not
totally.
Jeff's fault.
No, not 100%. But Jeff, I met you on SNL. I think that's where I met you. I forgot about this sketch we did a long time ago, and I looked it up.
You forgot what a long time ago?
You were on a show called SNL, and I was a writer-performer.
That stands for Saturday Night Live. I've seen several of those. And I remember when you and I did a spectacular thing where you were you were the clerk at a video store, and you said, I guess whose number I have. I'm not going to do anything with it, but
yes, I am a fan. Yes.
Fan. Very brilliant.
I watched that this morning, and while we're on the topic of SNL, we have a few questions for you, and we're going to bore the fucking shit out of you, but sit with us. When you did that, you were, I looked at it again today, and I don't love watching myself. It was kind of fun watching you in it because I was so nervous just to be on SNL, and then I've got a star in it, and I was newer, and I'm trying to not be on the cue cards, which is very dangerous to try to memorize at SNL because it changes so much. But I was the writer, so I knew what I changed. And you came in, and you've got such a casual, relaxed acting style, which is in all your stuff. You're great at it. And I really appreciated it more in that because you play things so real, it almost calmed me down and not be such a fucking goofy. I was trying not to be too charactery, but it is SNL, and I didn't really know that much about acting. So I just thought you maybe should have beat me up during the sketch because I was getting a little broad.
Not as I remember it. You've always been a spectacular actor. I loved doing that.
Thank you, Jeff.
I don't know if you call it nervousness, but I was on alert doing that show, and I wish I could do it now. I'll bet I would see that and think I could do it better now because I keep getting a little more something or other. But I try to improve.
Can I ask you? I want to ask you a question, Jeff, that I noticed from the first Jurassic Park. And
yes, sir.
You and I was coming out of doing a acting class one-on-one with Roy London, and I met you, and you invited me to jam with you, which was very cool. And I was so happy to meet you. But I remember in Jurassic Park, and I looked it up to make sure, it's like, I didn't know if they wrote your part as Elvis, but you're on the helicopter, and I go, oh, he's doing Elvis. I thought that's very Roy London, is to do Elvis, but pull it back. And then at one point, you just started kind of roaring like a dinosaur. But I don't know if everyone noticed it, but you're like, wow. And I thought, is that Meisner? Is it London? Is it Jeff Goldblum? Or did I recognize that you were doing something that made it so charismatic and so specific? Which is maybe part of your brilliance. But do you remember that?
I'm not brilliant at all. You're so sweet. I don't remember that I was doing anything like what I thought of consciously as a roar or anything. Yeah. I've seen that scene, and I know, I laughed in some kind of gurgly way or something. But now that you mention it, I think I was coaching with Roy London back then. Geez, what a wonderful guy he was.
Yeah, brilliant.
And he had some always subversive, unexpected, uncliche ideas, to offer. And, but I loved Steven Spielberg on that. I remember feeling, alive and excited and full of creative juice of one kind or another.
I went to one Roy London class, and then I was with Ivana, his protege. She started taking people when Roy was too full, so I knew that world a little bit. And I do think it helped me. I think it helped me a lot. And when I saw someone like you in something like Jurassic Park, it gives hope to someone that's just a comedian that wants to go in that world. Is like, you can be in this big movie that's not a comedy, but having someone come in there and lightly weave in some comedic moments is so important. And you do it so effortlessly. Some probably written, some aren't. And the more they let you do it, the more confidence you get, probably, because I'd be scared around Spielberg. But if he's letting you do that stuff, it really puts layers in that movie that's so good. One more reason it's a great movie.
Well, thank you so much. You know, you guys are talking my language when we're not. I don't want to bore anybody. And if you and I should just, we should all have dinner at Musso and Frank's or something. And I'd like to talk to you guys for, because I'm just a humble student of it. And I'd love to talk about your ideas, about what you're just talking about. You guys are brilliant, and how you navigate all situations like that, which I'm still trying to do. We made another one of these, and I love to talk about all that stuff.
Jurassic Park World Dominion, June 10th.
Yeah.
It's going to be awesome.
It yesterday and the day before.
You're kidding. What do you mean? Wait a minute. You saw our latest movie on 2 days?
He was able to get it.
The first day I tried to download it, and the second day, that was 3 hours, and then the second day I watched it, and I thought it was very interesting. Now, it's so good, I don't even think the dinosaurs are fake. I just think they're part of it. Because it used to be like, that looks real. That looks real. Now I'm like, so he's in a scene of the dinosaur. But everyone's so smooth at it. It can't be just tennis balls on a stick anymore. It's like everyone's looking the right way and acting and back and forth. And I really and the dinosaurs act a little better this time because they're very good, And I thought it was a really interesting, great movie that people are going to love because it has all the stuff you want from those movies. And it's got to be hard to keep doing it and keep it great. A lot of great chase scenes where they just don't end. You're like, holy shit, what's going on here? But it's all so real and looks like so hard to do.
The boys are back in town, if you know the reference. It's Sam O'Neill, Laura Dern, and Jeff Goldblum together again.
Sam Neill and Laura Dern. Yes, well, it's so great to hear you say that, David, and thank you. I hope people like it. But Colin Trevorrow wrote a script with Emily Carmichael that's smart. He's a terrific director, and he's been thinking about this for a long time. And to take all those characters and to make it into something logical and satisfying and isn't an easy task. And I think he did a great job.
You got to be ahead of everyone because everyone's seen this. You guys have done them before, and then you've got all these people that probably it's harder to keep everyone happy and make sure everyone knows the movie's one step ahead of everyone when you watch it, and just so complicated, that whole thing. And I've done movies that mine are a little, not simpler, but, we're worried about different things. And I just watch your night shoots and your craziness. And I'm just like, there's so much going on. There's so much fear and what's going on here and there. But did a great job. Everything looks real. It's great.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm proud of it. They did nicely. And Colin had this idea where the dinosaurs were not going to be CGI mostly. They were going to be made animatronically. And John Nolan had a creature shop. And so they were there. And they're doing better than ever. The dinosaurs are bigger and more fantastic than ever. And yeah, he did good.
I saw Alf in there. Maybe I'm wrong. Was Alf? No, it wasn't.
You're mixing this up with another movie. You may be seeing too many things.
Maybe I didn't see it. Yeah,
that's the Will Ferrell. When you get the script, Jeff, do you feel like they're writing for your character and also the Jeff Goldblum rhythm, or do you kind of bring yourself to it because you do have very off-kilter, syncopated, and of course,
and they try to guess that.
Well, I became a gigantic fan. I believe a gigantic fan, my wife and I, from The Big Chill, because we saw it so many times. We actually went to the Cineplex. We're trying to see another movie, and we heard The Big Chill was starting. We'd already seen it 3 times. Then we went over and watched it again, and we watched it 4 months ago. So that was the one where that whole cast was amazing, and that's where I really noticed your genius, or whatever you want to call anyone who can be in a film and be that natural. And so fascinating. Your vocal rhythms, because that's kind of what I'm into, are so interesting. Anyway, I'll let you speak. Sorry, I fanned out a little bit.
No, geez, I adore you guys. Thanks. You're encouraging me and making me feel good about all of this.
All sincere. Do you know how great
thanks.
you are? What about The Fly?
Well, I don't know
Don't
about
get me started with The Fly. Don't let me get started. I don't even want to start with The Fly.
Yeah, you're not allowed. It's too much.
That tore me apart. That was one of the most beautiful, sad, brilliant science fiction films ever made. I'll let you talk.
I get emotional seeing that too. David Cronenberg is a heck of a director. He's an amazing guy, and we worked hard on that in Toronto. Wait a minute, who's from? Toronto?
Well, Mike Myers, my brother from another mother, is the ultimate Canadian. He was my partner in Wayne's World, Mike Myers. But I'm from.
A lot of people think
Montana.
Dana and I are from Canada. A lot of people think I'm from Canada. A lot of SNL people are from Canada.
Yeah,
right, but not you guys.
I'm from Missoula, Montana, which is pretty close to Canada.
Right. Right. I hope that we spend much time together. I have much to ask you guys.
Yeah.
I have much to learn, Mambo King. Do you remember that movie where who says, what's the actor who says, you have much to learn, Mambo King?
That's a good trivia.
I think it was called The Mambo King. But who is that?
Maybe. Yeah.
Starring Billy King. Yeah.
Hey, Jeff, do you remember?
Billie Jean King, I think, was in that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember when the first time you hosted SNL, do you know what it was for? It's usually for a movie coming out, right?
I think the first one was for Jurassic Park, I think, wasn't
93, 93? Yeah.
Was it 93? And that's when the monologue had, I think, didn't Laura Dern, wasn't she there? And she said,
oh, did she come do something?
Yes.
I think she might have done something and said, oh, were those dinosaurs real? And da-da-da-da, or people keep asking me, were the dinosaurs real? I should have done my research and seen both of those again. But I had a great time. And Aerosmith was the musical guest one time. Yeah. And In Vogue, right?
Yeah.
Free your mind on the rest
Free
of
your mind.
Yeah, they were the other ones. Gee, I had a good time doing those.
You had a sketch that I saw today. I just watched a couple, and you had a pretty all-star cast. It was Canteen Boy, which was so ridiculous, and you were kind of mean in it, which is very not you. I realized you're never really mean in movies, I don't think, and this is sort of a different. I mean, it's only a sketch, but you had hilarious Sandler being ridiculous Canteen Boy. Farley was in it.
Yeah.
You had Phil Hartman, Kevin Nealon, Tim Meadows. That was a great one with everybody.
What a cast. Hey, I want to see that again. Yeah, that was amazing, wasn't it? And then how about that one I did with Molly Shannon where she's, the Catholic girl. We did, and we sang. I think I sang.
Superstar.
You sang a song.
Last chance for love. Yeah, we sang that.
Wow, that is right up my alley of my years because I think Dana just took off.
I had just left. I must have just missed you, Jeff. I left in March or April of 93. Sorry, I think, and you were there later, maybe in the fall. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to go over in detail. I want to remember all my experiences and question you about every experience you had. I'm kind of fascinated with SNL, really, and I see a lot of interviews with people and listen to podcasts and people talking about it. I can't get enough of that. I love it.
It's a seminal experience for the host. That's good, or the athlete, or the movie star, or whatever, going into live television with no prep. And for us who are unknown people, David and I, getting our break on a show with that much pressure, it never totally leaves you. It's a touchstone for all of us. That's why this podcast has been so interesting. And for you, what must have been experientially, how did you? It's like really intense hosting that show. It's wild. Yeah. They're picked and pulled. And I mean, what was that like for you? The quick changes and just.
It was something. I took it seriously as and it was, unnerving and exciting in a lot of ways. And I tried to, just do the assignment as well as I could and work hard that week. In however I could do it and trying to figure out how to do it. And as I remember, I felt like it had gone okay, but I'll bet if I saw it now, like a lot of things from that period and even until recently, I think I could do much better now. I don't know, something is broken with me recently, broken free and broken, I feel like into some new territory where I'm a little more confident, relaxed, connected to something that I can do. And I'll bet I could make my way through something like that a little better.
And where do you think that's coming from? Is it just being a dad, or is it just where you are just over time being
a dad has been deepening, and I keep working, so I keep getting a chance to kind of practice things. Just from having done it, I think I'm a late bloomer in some ways, and I don't know. I think I keep finding things that are my own recently. I don't know how to describe it. I'll tell you, it's boring to talk about publicly, but I'd love to talk to you guys about it. But something like that.
We're going to have a long dinner and talk all about it. But I do think that for me too, I think the more you do something, being desensitized to 100 people watching you on a movie set and getting out of your own way and out of your own head in terms of here's my lines, this and that. I think there are people who are savants that maybe it was, Brando or people like that. There's other people who just get better and better and more confident and more movies and more TV shows. So I relate to that, to you just being better now. Yeah.
I feel like that's my story. Yeah. Sandy Meisner was my teacher, and he said, it takes 20 years of continual work to even be able to call yourself an actor. So he liked this, 40,000 hours. He didn't say that, but he liked that kind of, continuity of digging, he said, was the way to get somewhere. Just keep doing it, and it'll take you someplace. And that, I think I had that in mind, and I think that's maybe why it happened to me that way. I feel like it's happening to me that way.
Interesting.
I called myself an actor after 2 classes, but maybe it was a little rushed. But I think, Jeff, what happened with me with comedy a little bit, which might be maybe what we're all talking about, is the early years are almost constantly an audition, and you just don't know if you're going to stay in the show business. Like you do good and it only buys you 6 months, and then where have you been? And the next one better work, and this better work. And I think all of us get to a certain point where we go, okay, I think I'm just going to stay in show business. I think it's okay. And then you can start being looser, going, I do care, but I'm more caring about the right things instead of just, I hope. And it's not so fear-based as it maybe it used to be. Maybe that's it is with me.
I relate to that. I think that's true of me too. I had plenty of, I had terrors of one kind or another. I think I was excited and somehow confident from a belly full of inflammation or fire of one kind or another. I really want to do this, and I'm excited about doing that. But I think from also that Meisner thing, I think I took the other side of the coin of it and thought, hey, if it takes 20 years, I'm not really an actor. I'm just kind of doing this to practice. And if I get chances to do this, I hope they don't realize I'm not an actor yet. And I think that gave me a kind of terror, and I think I overworked certain things, and but that relaxed over a time. And you're right, something like, hey, if it's not in me, that's the way it goes. And if it doesn't work, but this is what I like doing, and here it is, and somehow I'll find it. I don't have to get into some state of hyper, some incredible state. I can do it. If I get a good night's sleep and pay attention to it and put a little effort into it, I can solve a problem in my way, one way or another, that kind of thing.
So, on SNL, I think for all of us, and I'm sure as a host, it was really just controlling nerves. I mean, I think I was the most confident after I did 140 shows. The night I stepped off of SNL was probably my best show from my point of view. And it was just the 140 shows beat the shit out of my fear and anxiety. And so I think as a host, especially, did your second time hosting, were you informed by the first time? Were you a little more confident the second time, or both times were just like such an outer space experience?
Yeah, maybe at that point. What was that? That's like 30 years ago or 25 years ago.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I was halfway there. I tried to get through it, and I enjoyed myself. I enjoyed myself. But like I say, I think I could do better now.
Yeah, I think that's true of everybody. You got to feel for it. It's such like a horse race. It's over before you know it. And if you're a control freak, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, everyone's sort of a perfectionist in this business. But if you think for a second you're going to be able to handle what's going on at all times, and I got to make sure my costume is perfect, and let me look at that sketch again and fix that. Like it's too fast. There's too much. You can't. You almost have to put your hands up and go. Just go. It's like the quick change. You do a sketch, you walk off and hold your hands up, and they rip your clothes off. Yeah. Put the next thing on you and go, this is one where you're playing astronaut, go. And you just 15 seconds. And it's so exhilarating that the next time you go, I think I got it figured out now. And you really don't.
Yeah, but you have to just let go. And Robert Altman used to say, lay back and giggle. Yeah, it's something. But, I think I kind of... I like that. I think I would like even more of that. Whenever it's like, hey, you can't possibly plan for this. Just give me something to kind of figure out right now, and I'll do it. Watch this. I think I like that kind of thing.
Yeah, that was. Can I ask you? I don't know. I do this with guests because I like putting people like you in context of when they were a young person. So I just like to know, you could go real quick if you want, a toy that you remember from your childhood that stood out, a bicycle that you might have had, and a movie or TV show that lit you up. And I'm talking your formative years, 5 to 12, 13 years of age. You have 5 seconds.
That's a very good question. I remember I got an easel that I liked and some Crayolas that I really liked. I see my kid, one of them is particularly just obsessed with making marks on things. He loves painting. I got a sheriff that would that would automatically shoot you, and some guns with plastic bullets, and if you got him before he got his guns up, you would win this showdown. I liked that. A helmet. My dad took me to every Steelers game in Pittsburgh, home game. We had season tickets. So when I opened up those shoulder pads and a helmet that I could use with Bobby D and people on the lawn, I loved that.
Yes.
So those toys, I loved that. And then TV shows. Oh my gosh, there were so many TV shows.
Movies.
I used to watch talk shows. I used to watch, in the daytime during the summer, Mike Douglas and Dinah Shore. I used to love everybody. I loved comedians.
Me too.
I remember London Lee. We could talk about old comedians. And
London Lee. Yes.
I was crazy about, Shecky Green and Jack Carter and all those guys. I was crazy about that. Merv Griffin. But, I liked then when Wild Wild West came on.
Oh, my God. Dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun.
Artemis Gordon, that opening with those 4 squares, those drawings killed me.
That killed me,
Ross
too.
Martin and Robert Conrad, that just killed me. The Monkees, I was into the Monkees those years. Gilligan's Island, very into that. Andy Griffith, very into it. Dick Van Dyke, loved it.
Keep going. Dick Van Dyke, Andy Griffith, Laughing Later.
I loved it. The Stooges, I saw all the Stooges episodes, all the old Popeye cartoons I loved. Oh, yeah. That's just some of the stuff I love. But they made a big impression. Hey, and when Playboy After Dark, I remember I was just a burgeoning in my puberty.
That was cool.
And I found on that I had to find it by kind of fiddling with that dial, and you'd get some static and then go, oh my God, I found it. And they'd get out of the elevator. Oh my gosh, loved that.
And did you have movies along that time, be it Planet of the Apes or Jason the Argonauts, or we're kind of from the same generation.
I heard you talking about Jason the Argonauts with Tom Hanks just today because I was listening to that. That made a big impression on me. Ray Harryhausen, I loved that tremendously. But because I've been thinking about movies about inviting people back into the theater to see movies.
Yeah.
You know,
the way the ArcLight used to do. They'd bring them back, and you'd see them in the big screen.
Yeah. But in the movie theaters instead of on TV. I've been going on for the last couple of weeks a kind of memory odyssey, and my sister has helped because we saw movies together. I wrote these 3 pages of all the movies that I can remember seeing when I was a kid in the movie
Can you
theater.
read them? We won't interrupt you. Can you just read a bunch of them?
Okay, first run movies. Some of these will be so oblique you won't know them, but some of them you will stop me if you have any interest in any of these. Ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
Absent-minded Professor, Fred McMurray, Flubber, you know.
Wow.
Yes.
The Blob,
Yes.
Steve McQueen.
Oh, Steve McQueen's a star. Yep.
Loved it. All the Jerry Lewis movies during the 60s, the Paramount years, Bellboy, Cinderfella, Disorderly Orderly, Visit to a Small Planet, Geisha Boy, Delicate Delinquent, Rockabye Baby, Nutty Professor. Love those.
Avant-garde genius, avant-garde acid humor, Jerry Lewis movies in the 60s.
And then I got a chance to meet him. I was going to play his son in Max Rose, so I hung out in Vegas with him for a couple hours. Absolutely amazing. We'll talk about that.
That's
The
great.
Sterile Cuckoo with Liza Minnelli, Georgie Girl, Lynn Redgrave.
Yeah.
Even
Bridge
these
on the
titles
River
would never
Kwai.
make the cut today.
Bridge on the River Kwai.
Yeah, first run, couldn't believe it. Loved it.
Oh, Dana loves it.
Love that. Colonel Bogey.
Brilliant. Yeah.
I saw it recently. That's a better movie than I even realized then. A real kind of war is madness. You know, any human being like Bill Holden who involves himself with a war like that changes and becomes inhuman.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And you're going to parse out when you show these movies to your kids, because I showed one of my sons, Bridge of the River Kwai, I think 8, 9, 10 something, blew his mind. So,
I'll bet. Well, that's a good question. I'd love to know what movies you show them when, because I'm going through that a lot.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about that. Man Who Shot Liberty Valance when it first came out.
Man, Lee Marvin was so brilliant in that.
So scary.
The coolest, weirdest bad guy.
Oh, my gosh. And Strother Martin and Lee Van Cleef in his gang. and Woody Strode. Unbelievable.
Oh, we got a failure to communicate.
Hush, sweet. Yeah. Well, Cool Hand Luke, we saw with the family. Unbelievable.
What a stud Paul Newman was. What a stud.
Toughest guy in Hollywood. The only guy who could go in the sweatbox. He drank 24 Budweisers a day. No one could last in the sweatbox as long as him. I know from his assistant on that movie.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a tough guy. He could he'd go in the bathtub with ice with a straw, and he would come out, and he was just Paul Newman. I mean, it was just like, they just say he's the toughest guy. Because who's the toughest guy? They go, all the stuntmen would go, no, it was Newman. Newman was the toughest guy. He could take the most pain.
No kidding.
That's what I was told, yeah.
He's right for that part then. We've got so much to talk about. HUD, the family saw together, and...
HUD, yeah. Go ahead with your list.
Okay.
I love your list
Hush,
so
Sweet
far.
Charlotte. That's Joan Crawford and Betty Davis together.
Yes.
Gay Paris. It's an animated movie. Robert Goulet sang in it. The first, I was at the right age when Dr. No and From Russia with Love and Goldfinger and Thunderball came out. It changed my life. I was crazy about them.
Forget about it.
Our Man Flint and In Like Flint. Unbelievable.
James Coburn, yeah.
James
Love
Coburn,
those.
Lee
Yeah,
J. Cobb. Remember what the telephone sounded like in The Office?
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Was that
it?
That's right. Yeah. That was
Was
James
Flint, were
James
those
Coburn.
comedies or not?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen
Yeah.
those?
I haven't
Those are
seen
like, the beginning of Austin Powers. That's like taking it was the first time James Bond had been satirized like that, I do believe.
Yeah. And they had the Dean Martin ones, too, that he was doing.
Yes. Matt Helm.
Yeah, Matt Helm.
I saw the first time Pink Panther was shown with that Henry Mancini opening and Clouseau.
Wow,
Unbelievable.
1964. Yeah.
So memorable. 64, Psycho. My friend Bobby D and I went to see Psycho. Unbelievable.
Terrifying,
at that theater.
brilliant.
Hard Day's Night. I had this crush on this girl. They were going, there's a field trip. We saw the Richard Lester Beatles movie. Unbelievable.
Oh, I can't believe you liked it. Go ahead.
30 seconds, Jeff. Keep going. 30
love
seconds.
that.
That's
Love
all?
that.
Yeah.
No. I'll give you a minute.
No.
Okay,
a minute.
okay. Diary of a Madman, Tomb of Ligeia. This is Vincent Price. I was a teenage Frankenstein. I was a teenage werewolf. Ega, the sadist. King Kong versus Godzilla. Gigo with Jackie Gleason. First movie I cried at.
Gleason
Jason the
had
Argonaut,
those moves.
Sinbad, another. Vertigo, first time Vertigo was shown. Hitchcock, amazing. The Birds.
Yeah.
Time Machine.
Time Machine.
Hey.
Oh.
Yeah, loved it. Yvette Mimieux. Weena. Hey, do you guys remember? Do you guys remember a movie After the Fox?
Yeah, it was a World War II movie or no?
I recommend that you go back and look at After the Fox. It's Peter Sellers. Vittorio De Sica, Bicycle Thieves, directed it. Neil Simon's first screenplay. Burt Bacharach writes the music. Peter Sellers sings the title song, After the Fox. It's great.
That sounds awesome.
I have a lot of affection for it. Telling you the time. Sure. Gunfight at OK Corral.
Jeez Louise.
The Fly. Come Fly With Me.
The Fly.
Hey, Under the Yum Yum Tree. How about Under the Yum Yum Tree with Jack Lemmon?
Jack Lemmon, yeah, he was awesome.
Night of the Living Dead, Bye Bye Birdie, Breakfast at Tiffany's, The Incredible Mr. Limpet with Don Knotts.
I saw it at the Laurel Theater when I was 9 or 10. Loved it. I love your list, by the way. I've never met a movie fan as big as you.
Bring that list to dinner.
I want to bring it. Gone with the Wind, I've had Cool Hand, HUD, Elvira Madigan, Billy, I Am Curious Yellow, Thomas Crown Affair, Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf, Easy Rider,
There
Bonnie
you
and
go.
Clyde,
Wow.
In the Heat of the Night, The Miracle Worker in Cold Blood, Wait Until Dark, Paper Moon, The Last Picture Show, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Lilies of the Field, Odd Couple, It's a Mad, 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 Mad World, The Graduate, MASH, Splendor in the Grass, Rosemary's Baby, The Apartment, Midnight Cowboy, Which Casting the Sundance Kid,
Yes.
West Side Story,
yeah,
Funny
yeah,
Girl,
yeah.
Father Goose, Patch of Blue,
Father Goose.
a bunch of Cassavetes movies, Shadows, Faces, The List of Adrian Messenger, The Boston Strangler, Myra Breckenridge, if you
Raquel
remember
Welch,
that.
X-rated, yes.
Yes,
Nasty.
Rex Reed, yeah. Medium Cool, Morgan, They Shoot Horses, Don't They?
Jane Fonda. Yep.
Yeah,
Get
What's
Young.
New Pussycat? Can Hieronymus Merkin ever forget Mercy Hump and Find True Love?
Wow.
All right.
I'm going to ask you one
Jeff,
question before we...
That's the best resume I've ever
Do
heard.
they make them like they used to? I have to ask you. Because that list brings me back.
They do sometimes. They do
there's
sometimes.
genius
Well, there are a
out
lot
there.
of bad movies on that. There's some good movies. There's some terrific movies now. And, you know,
it's everywhere. But
what a world.
I love that you read us that list. That brought me back to just so many memories. I could talk for 20 minutes on at least 50 of those. Jeez.
I can too with you guys.
Yeah.
I really want to arrange a date.
We have a restaurant that we'll rename. We won't name it, but it's close by, and that's where we take all
of
of
us. It's close to
and
all
it's
of
very
us.
quiet and dark, and you can have a good conversation. So we would love that, Jeff. Yeah.
Let's do it.
And
The
good luck
Darkest
with
Red-
the movie.
Let's do it. Thank you so much. Good luck with everything there.
And another great
Thank
movie
you.
in
You're a cool
2022. Jurassic Park, World Dominion. The gang is back. Okay.
You're so
Goodbye,
nice.
Jeff. Take care,
Goodbye,
brother.
buddy. Great
Thank
to
you,
see
Jeff.
you guys. Thanks.
Loved it. Thank you.
And pretend they care if we answer. All right.
Okay, go
this
ahead.
is from Steffi Laffy Taffy. Her name's Laffy. Her last name.
Steffi Laffy Taffy. I like that.
I would call her that all day. Okay. Why don't we hear more about workplace romance at SNL? That's they're always like a 12-parter. Is this an environment that just doesn't produce that tension? Or is there way more than we don't know? What? Is this an environment that just doesn't produce that tension? There is workplace
Romance.
humping. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, aside from the obvious ones, like Emma Stone is married to a writer from there.
Yes. ScarJo is married to
Scarlett-
Colin Joe.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Pete and Kim. So but when I was there, it was first of all, you weren't supposed to talk to the host like that. You weren't supposed to even be in the same room with the host. You don't get to
You had
walk
the
in their
bad
dressing
look.
room.
The bad boys came in. You guys, the girls loved you. Phil and I and John Lovitz and Mike Myers, believe me, there was not a lot of action on that. I was married. Phil was married. John and Lovitz and Mike Myers were married for a brief
Yeah.
period of time.
I think we were all single. So let me see. Oh yeah, I remember. I did have a crush on Marissa Tomei when she was there. After my cousin Vinny, she came in to host, and she was so adorable. Looked through me like a borrow used Neutrogena.
I got hit on whenever I did the church lady. That's when people would hit on me.
That's when the chicks would come out of the woodwork. I remember, but like our hosts were like Glenn Close, and we were 25, and I saw Farley always hitting on Glenn Close. He wasn't hitting on her, but his
that's
flirting.
funny.
He wasn't drinking at the time, and he used to chug beers in front of girls to look cool. And so he had like a water or a Diet Coke, and we were all by 8H, and he goes, "Hey, Glenn Close," and then she's just, and then he goes like, and he drinks the whole thing
as a seduction.
Yeah, and then she goes, and then she goes, I think I got a rehearsal. And then I
used
go,
her whole
"Are
name.
you chugging that to look cool?" He goes, "Yeah." He thought it was cool to
And
chug.
did anything happen at the after party? I mean, I don't know if we're talking out of turn here.
No, nothing. I just think he was just more trying to be
that's
cool.
just Chris being Chris.
But yeah, so there's your answer. There are workplace romances at SNL, and that's a good question, even though you obviously don't know about the 3 big ones that are out there. So next time, really think before
But
the
mostly, we're SNL cast members are trying to survive moment to moment.
You're not thinking
and
of
not really
getting
thinking,
action.
yeah, I'm going to,
You're just trying not to get fired at all times.
Yeah. Fly on the Wall has been a presentation of Cadence 13.
Please listen, then rate, review, and follow all episodes.
Executive produced by Dana Carvey and David Spade, Chris Corcoran of Cadence 13, and Charlie Finan of Brillstein Entertainment. Production and engineering led by Greg Holtzman, Richard Cook, Serena Regan, and Chris Basil of Cadence 13.